What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the BallGame podcast. I'm Matt.
I'm Tom.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Dean.
This may be the greatest episode in BallGame history. There is so much stuff that we have to talk about. This is the final edition of the division previews, and that is the NFC and the AFC East, the one that you've all been waiting for, the one that we are fans of. He has a horse in the race. He has a horse in the race, and clearly we have a horse in the race as well. So
Yo, you got included, bro.
I did. Yeah, I made it this time, bro.
Wow, let's go.
time
I
out.
also like that it's not clear that you guys have horses in the race, but him and I clearly.
Clearly,
Yeah,
you have
but
horses.
you know, like we all have horses. We all have horses. Look at this, buddy. So
You got a little pony.
You don't gotta pat me on the head.
No,
bro.
no.
That's
because-
crazy. I'm a grown man like
Because
you, bro.
we little bro them though, so it's okay. So I'll little bro you. So
The
it's
Giants
okay.
actually haven't beaten the Jets in 13 years.
Yo, that's cute because
14 years?
we've made the playoffs more recently than you have, so it's all right.
You know
Wait,
what they
year was
say,
that
bro?
2016?
Horses don't stop,
No,
they keep going.
2022, but nice try.
Right. Congrats.
That's cute.
Free thug.
That's all right.
Congrats, buddy.
That's adorable, man. And guess what? We're gonna make it again this year, and we're gonna talk about that. But no, I'm very excited for this episode. There's a lot of shit that's going to be talked today on all accounts. I'm sure we will have very differing opinions on some of these teams. So I'm excited, and a lot of NFL news today that we'll cover as well. So
We have a new friend on the pod.
We do.
Randy.
Yeah. We tried to get him on once before, and he hated us. He tried to
Randy,
end
he
it.
tried to
commit.
He tried to.
He tried to commit.
He tried to. Yeah, he tried to.
tried to
Humpty
commit.
Dumpty.
He did. He definitely fell off the wall.
But
It would be
he's
great
back
if
now.
we had like a security cam to be able to see
Randy's
what
fall.
happens at night.
Yeah.
yeah, let's just put
like
security.
if these Funko Pops just come along.
What if-
Just
what
put
if Matt just
security
comes-
cameras in
Yeah,
my,
what if
in my place.
What if Felice just comes down here and
Yo,
practices
imagine
podcasting?
that. Yo,
Is this where he has a baking channel?
yeah.
we don't know about.
Yo, to be fair, his cookies and everything,
down here, bro. Yo,
his cookies are mad good. His cookies are really
His
good.
cookies are
Yo, I'd eat
scrumptious.
his cookies any day, bro.
Any day.
Is that the only thing you need from him?
I'd eat all his cookies, bro.
All his cookies.
Wow, we have a very special
Who is
guest
that?
over there.
The
What
live
the-
audience. Let's go.
Why are you here?
Boom.
What's up?
This is
Wow.
who comes at night.
I thought it was Felice turning the corner. I was like,
Trump's
I
the
was like,
secret
I did too. I
channel
low-key
burned
showed
down here.
I was
I didn't mean it.
I like still can't see you. You're just like a shadow to me. But
I saw the-
I made it out.
I saw
Yeah,
the
made it
blue
out.
camo shorts and I knew it was you.
Yeah, exactly.
I was about to say it's one of two guys. Either Trunks or Ortiz wearing shorts like that.
Yeah, Trunks is back there now. Nick, another Giants fan, will be backing me and Tom from behind the camera today, so we will appreciate that. But yeah, this is the episode everyone's been waiting for. A lot of comments about this one. Looking forward to the NFC and the AFC East, and it is finally here. So, you want to get us started, Dean?
Yeah. Kind
Are you sure you
He
do?
doesn't sound like he does.
Kind of reluctantly. Like, I think the last few seasons for the Jets have been a real roller coaster of emotion and highs and lows, mainly lows. It started a couple years ago with, Aaron Rodgers coming in with all of his buddies. I had a little monologue on this podcast back then. We know how that season ended, and it ended in 4 plays. We thought the next year after that, last season, would be the year we'd finally see all of that built up excitement come to fruition, and it was just flat disappointing.
I'm thankful for the 2024 Jets because it was a fun ride. I enjoyed it very, very much.
Chris loved hating.
I enjoyed it so very much because I was right. It was a take that I got right. So I'm very happy about it.
I'm glad that you're happy about it.
Thank you.
I'm glad someone
I'm-
got something out of it.
I mean,
yeah.
you win some and you lose some.
Yeah.
So, like, the ones that I get right, I
Got to take your
I take
victory.
pride.
Yeah, it's hard to
Yeah.
get. It's hard to get them right in this field. You know.
I'm kind of numb to it as a Jet fan at this point. So, obviously last season happens. We got 5 wins with Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams. Lost our head coach after 3 weeks.
You fired him. You didn't lose him.
Fired our head coach.
Miss
So the season ended and we cleaned house. We brought in Aaron Glenn from the Detroit Lions. Their defensive coordinator is now our head coach, former Jet, drafted by the Jets in 1999, knows what it's like to be under a head coach like Bill Parcells, knows that kind of culture. And I'm excited for what culture he brings to the Jets. Honestly, My expectations are not super high, but they're
For this season, you mean? Or in
right.
general? Okay.
I think for this season, in general, my outlook on the Jets is positive.
Okay.
For now, it's a new. I've never seen him coach a real game so far, so it can only be so high. It can only
Right.
be so low. So whatever at this point, but I have their line. I'm gonna take the over at 5.5. I think they'll probably sit between 6 and 7 wins.
Well done.
But I think
Well done, brother.
5.5 is a little low. I know last season was so disappointing that it's really hard to pin them over 5 wins, but I'm going to have them at over 5.5 wins. I think that this regime is so much more competent than the Rob Saleh teams of the past. We also brought in Tanner Engstrand to be our offensive coordinator, who was under Ben Johnson in Detroit, who is the best offensive mind in the game at the moment. I think that's no slouch. Brought in Justin Fields, who I think is just a pure bridge quarterback. I don't think
Yes.
he's anything more than that. I don't think there's any project. I don't think he's going to get better. I think he's going to be just here until we draft a new quarterback. So my expectations aren't too high there. I think that it speaks volumes to the locker room that the Jets were able to extend Sauce and Garrett Wilson. I thought that was really significant for everybody else in the future of who was going to be part of the organization, that the Jets are willing to go out of their way to extend their players before they ask for it, really, is what it is. So I think that's good. Overall, I think they're just mid. Maybe even less than mid is what it is at this moment. I've been too high for too many seasons in a row that I can't do it anymore, is where I'm at with the Jets. Yeah, I think the offensive line's great. They have a good foundation. Need to see them play. I'm not going to get too excited about anything until I see them play because I've been played by this team too many times.
Bro is so scarred.
Yeah, that's a man speaking from heartache right
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we were in elementary school the last time we made the playoffs. LaDainian Tomlinson was the starting running back the last time we made the playoffs.
Mark Sanchez.
There's a nice
starting
piece of trivia
quarterback
right
the last
there.
time he made the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
just really bad stuff here.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and take the under here. I think looking long term, there's a lot to be excited about. Like you said, you paid Garrett, you paid Sauce. Those guys are core foundational pieces of the franchise for years to come now. I love the Aaron Glenn hire. I think he fits the identity of the Jets and what they've always tried to be really well. I think he needs the right offensive mind. And what was the OC's name? I had the wrong
Tanner
name.
Engstrand.
Yeah, I think getting someone from the Ben Johnson tree, if that's a thing, we'll see how real he is this year. I think it's a good start at least. So the offensive line, there's a lot to like there. Like you said, it's drafting Membu was. I was talking to someone around that time. My manager is a Jets fan, and he was like, it's a boring pick. I was like, yeah, but it's the right pick, So it's nothing to get overly excited about, but you had to do it. Justin Fields, bridge guy, like you said, I agree. Like, don't do it to yourselves, Jets fans. Justin Fields is like the blind optimism that people have for him. He makes so much sense for the Jets. Like Jets fans of old would get really excited about Justin Fields. You know what I mean? Like it's a Jets thing to do, but he just is what he is. So I like Braylon Allen. I think you guys have a lot of good young pieces. I just don't think it comes together this year. I think you just kind of see what needs to be worked on this year and take notes into the offseason and work from there.
Right.
I actually like the Jets over. I think it's a good line because I think it's either 5 or 6. Once again, Vegas comes
Classic
through and
Vegas.
just makes a great line. But I think my biggest thing with the Jets, my biggest question, it's not about the offense. It's not about Justin Fields. It's can this defense under Aaron Glenn get back to form and be a top 5 defense in the league like we know they can be. I mean, last year it got ugly for the Jets defense, which was probably the last thing anyone expected. I mean, they finished the season 21st in EPA per play in defense and then 17th in success rate allowed. So it got really ugly considering the talent they have on this team. And I believe in the talent of the Jets defense. I believe in Aaron Glenn, the defensive mind, to get the best out of this unit. And I think they'll cement themselves back as a top 10 unit. It gets tricky ranking defenses with bad offenses because they're going to be on the field a lot. So that sometimes plays a part in where they rank amongst the league. So can they be a top? Can we look at the Jets defensive roster and say that's a top 5 unit? Yes. But I think they will finish closer to the 10-ish range, which is an improvement from where they were last year. And I think the Aaron Rodgers headache just not being there anymore, they won 5 games last year. All I'm asking is, can you win one more? Can you give me one more day? So it's really nothing to get excited about, though. Like you said, I mean, expectations have to be low considering what happened over the past 2 years. The offensive line is something to get excited about, though, I think. Will it all come together this year? I don't know. But if you see some strides out of those guys, I mean, Aaron Glenn's come out at every chance he said he wants to run the ball as much as possible. He said he wants to get everyone in the backfield involved, Braylon, Isaiah Davis, Brees, obviously. So I think they could have and you have Justin Fields, who's, if he's going to be anything, he's going to be able to run the ball. So I think you have a chance to have a underrated, successful rushing attack paired with a defense that I think has the potential to be really, really good. So I think it looks better than it looked last year. Like I said, especially without the Rodgers headache. Everyone can just go in, do their job, win some football games, see some improvements from the young guys, and kind of go from there. So, yeah, I think I'm actually going to take the Jets over.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I would be more excited about the team as a whole. I try to not put too much stock into training camp stories in general, but just everything has been so consistently consistent of Justin Fields of old that I haven't heard of any improvement coming from his end. If there was signs of life or him being able to read quicker or get the ball out quicker, I would be way more optimistic given how good I think this backfield is, this offensive line is, how talented the defense could be. That and the lack of a wide receiver too, the Jets kind of just putting up the white flag in that regard. They know the offense isn't going to be all that good, so why are they going to invest in a wide receiver that is probably not even going to be able to get the ball that much, considering Justin Fields isn't really an improved quarterback. So I think that's really what's going to be holding this team back, but I think it's all part of a plan.
That's a good take. They know the passing game isn't going to be all that, so why bother trading assets or putting a bunch of money into a wide receiver too? That's an interesting way to think about
Or a
it.
top 10 pick when you could be
Right.
the offensive line.
Right.
No, that's a great point.
I think you guys, and in a weird way, I think you guys have a bright future. I think you guys are in a good spot. I think you're going to be bad enough this year to end up with a top pick and hopefully not ruin a quarterback of the future. And, of course, this is about this season. I'm taking the over as well, surprisingly enough. I am in on the fact that you guys are going to win 6, maybe 7 games. I think your power run game is going to be a real thing. I think Braylon's going to be a real thing this year. Brees, honestly, hate to say it, might just mail it in this year. It doesn't look like he's going to be a Jet long term.
I have that written down. I think he's going to get traded at the deadline.
Similar to how Josh Jacobs, his final year with the Vegas Raiders, I see something super similar happening this year with Brees. No reason for him to go crazy. No reason for him to get injured. Get me to free agency. Get me to free agency or trade me. One of the two. And if neither happens, he's going to mail it in this year, and it's going to be the Braylon Allen show. And honestly, I'm super excited to see that because the potential for Braylon at 21 years of age is pretty insane.
Yeah.
He's huge.
He's a freak.
He was the youngest player ever last year, and he's still only 21,
Yes.
and he's a bowling ball of a human that also is pretty quick.
Yeah.
He looks slow in the same vein of Derrick Henry looks slow when he's running, but it's
Right.
just because they're such massive human beings.
Yeah,
So
Derrick Henry gets 22 miles an hour. Yeah.
yeah, I don't think Braylon is amazing, but I think he's definitely a piece for the future for you guys for the next few years. But the one thing, you said it, that offensive line is super young and super talented. That's where I get the power run game. You guys are one of the best run blocking teams in the NFL, or at least it should be. You have young players all over the place, and typically they're better in the run game than they are in the pass game, but I think it's going to work, and I think Justin Fields absolutely sucks, but he can run the football. So Aaron Glenn's going to have a great time with that, and I wonder how this, to go to a fantasy question, what happens to Garrett Wilson? I don't know. Is he going to get 180 targets this year? Is that what it's going to be? Probably.
If they throw the ball 180 times, he'll get 100.
Yeah, exactly. So Mason Taylor's an interesting piece too.
Yeah,
I like him. But yeah, no, it's looking towards the future for you guys. You guys need a top 10 pick this year in a quarterback-loaded class. And if you get your guy, hopefully, I think Aaron Glenn is going to instill a culture here that'll change the Jets a little bit. I do think that's going to happen. I'm not just going to sit here and hate. I do like the future for you guys, but I'm taking the over this year, but I think you guys win 6 games. That's where I'm at.
It's weird with the Jets, like, and the win total, because you said, like 6 or 7, but, like, I'm taking the over, but I'd be shocked if they win 7 games.
Yes.
I don't know if that's crazy, like, take, but, like, it'll be 6.
You're really expecting them to win 6 games.
I actually think they're guaranteed to win 6 games.
I think it's going to be 6 on the money. Like, this isn't a 7-win football team. They're a 6-win football team.
I don't like their defense.
I think they could surprise people though. I think they'll win a couple games where you're like, oh, like that team looks good, but then Justin Fields will lose a game where you're like, oh, they really should have won that game.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it'll also be like when Zach Wilson was there before Aaron Rodgers, where it's just like, man, if it was anyone but Zach Wilson there, the Jets would have won that game. Like you'll kind of get both sides of that coin.
Or he like outduels Patrick Mahomes in prime time, and you're like, where was that?
Where did that come from?
Right.
I don't like the defensive personnel as much as you do. I like the linebackers in terms of Sherwood and Quincy
They're pretty
Williams.
good
The
at
thing
all
about that
3
was
levels.
once Saleh got fired, they literally fell off a cliff. Like they were actually solid before that, and then Rodgers and the offense weren't doing well.
I hate their safeties.
They made the D coordinator the head coach. What's wrong with the safeties?
I think they both suck.
You think Cisco sucks?
I think Cisco's bad at everything except for run defense. Like he's good.
They drafted a safety that I really like, Malachi Moore.
Okay.
I think he's pretty good, and he flashed a lot in training camp. I think he's going to be the starter
He should start.
by week 2 or 3.
Malachi Moore should start.
He graded pretty well in his last preseason game, like one of the best safeties for the whole week in the whole league. So
I also think just having a guy like Sauce Gardner, like, in turn, just kind of, like, boosts the whole secondary in a way where, like, you essentially have a side of the field or an area where, like, you're good. You know what I mean? Like Sauce is still that guy. It's fun to hate on Sauce and make fun of him for holding, but, like, Sauce is still one of them ones, which I think in turn makes the other 3 or 4 guys, depending on the package, their job in the secondary so much easier having a guy like that.
I love Michael Carter. I think Michael Carter is one of the best slot corners in the league.
Yeah.
I just hate the fact that Brandon Stevens is the DJ Reed replacement.
100%.
That's terrible.
It's a huge drop-off.
That is a massive drop-off.
Brandon Stevens was terrible last year.
But, I mean, as for the rest of the squad, your pass rush is going to be heavily reliant on Quinnen, obviously, and then a returning Jermaine Johnson. Will McDonald's good, really good at rushing the passer.
It
But
over 10
McDonald
sacks.
takes another step
No, I know,
forward,
but-
like, and becomes one of those guys. Like,
It's possible.
I like Will McDonald.
Yeah.
I'm
talked about
high
this.
on him.
We talked about this a few weeks ago. Those, like, speed edge rushers, like, that's like tall point guards for me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I love a
meta.
good speed rusher, dude. I
think
guess it's
he's-
just like the Madden in me, but
it is.
yeah.
I think
But
he's
it works
better
nowadays.
than
Yeah,
Jermaine Johnson at this point. I think
He is. No, he is.
he's
Really
I think he's
good.
really good, and he's only gotten better every single game he's played.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like rotations, deep rotations, and it doesn't feel like you guys have that
Still
right.
got Michael Clemens.
So,
Your brother has a Michael Clemens jersey?
He sure does.
Yeah.
Michael
does have
Clemens
Michael
is
Clemens
the worst, bro.
Brother has a jersey.
My brother has a jersey.
He is the bane of my existence. How he's been able to outlast and stay on this team for as long as he has is beyond me.
Yeah, they definitely lost some depth that, like, they used to have slowly in the
That John
Pass
Franklin
rushing.
Myers
I was
trade
about
was
to
the
say-
worst trade ever.
JFM was really
They
good.
traded him for like a 6th.
Yes,
It was
JFM was really
dumb.
good,
Yeah.
but
I want to use a word that I can't use. It was really bad.
lost Bryce Huff, and then the Hassan Reddick thing was a whole shit show last year, which kind of stinks.
Huff ended up sucking too, though.
Yeah.
Bryce was
So-
bad for you
Yeah.
guys, dude. That was crazy.
No,
No, for the Eagles.
for the Eagles.
Oh yeah, he left you guys.
Left
because
us
of the
for the
That's
Eagles.
why we got him.
Yes, he was
Basically,
good for you guys.
essentially
Yep,
swapped.
yep.
and
He was good as a
Hassan Reddick
depth
never
And
played.
Hassan Reddick just
Right.
didn't even.
Yeah. I like getting Harrison Phillips, so I think he's just a big, beefy guy. You know, pair him with Quinnen Williams. It allows Quinnen to kind of not. I said this about someone last week too, but allows Quinnen to not have to line up on the center and like get doubled every single time in a way. Or
He's a
Derek
starting
Brown.
NFL player.
Said that about Derek
Yeah.
Brown.
right.
Yeah,
No, he's a starting NFL player, but he's a huge starting NFL player that just takes up space, which in turn, like, see Quinnen Williams. I mean, Quinnen Williams, they're not as deep, but this is a good 4. Like, it's one of the best.
it's solid.
One of the better 4s in the league, and I think Quinnen Williams could have a career year and be like a defensive player of the year
I hope
candidate.
so. he hasn't been up there because he gets double so often, and
Right.
there's such a focus to
yeah.
stop him that he hasn't been able to
Like,
do what he used
all
to.
a guy like Harrison Phillips does is just take up space.
Yep.
And he acknowledged that in his opening presser. He was like, "I want to." He was like, "Quentin Williams has been one of my favorite players. I want to let him ball out." Basically,
Yeah.
what he was talking
Nah,
about.
I really
That's
like
such
it.
a good
That's
locker
cool,
room
yeah.
guy. Too.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's good to hear.
Harrison
Right.
Phillips also had an insane Madden card, so like, I fuck with that.
I wanted to beef with you about the Jets. I did, but I have nothing to beef about.
I
This is
was
way more wholesome.
and this
than
is
it
a
was supposed to
broken
be.
man,
Yeah.
by the way.
Well,
Like,
I
this
was
is a
thinking
broken
about
man.
like going crazy on the Jets and like, oh, I'm all in, but like,
There's just nothing
there's
to be
no
all in
reason to
about,
be
yeah.
What's the
doing
No,
all
not
that.
at all.
What's the point?
Like, you look at the team and you look at the direction they're heading. It's like nothing tells me they're gonna get more than 6 wins, but I'm gonna take the six win exact total, and I think 5.5 sounds low. Is what it is. 5.5 sounds like it sucks.
It's
Which
strange though because the line's 1 win higher than last year essentially, and they lose Rodgers, and we all feel pretty solid about the over. So it's interesting.
I really like Aaron Glenn.
I do too.
I think that season shapes up differently if they don't fire the coach. It's so
100%.
stupid.
Remember you said that was the right
Accountability,
move.
man.
Yeah, accountability, bro.
Well, Aaron Glenn's got a ton of accountability.
He
ton of
does.
it.
He does
Ton
hold
of it,
people
bro.
accountable. He
Endless
definitely will do that.
accountability.
Yeah.
We will do a little schedule prediction for you, though, because this is your team. This is predicting the Jets' 2025 record. Week 1, the game that we've all been waiting for. The Jets at home versus Aaron Rodgers in his return to MetLife.
This is an
I'll be
L.
honest
This
with
is a
you.
W.
For your pride, they need this.
Yeah, this is a W. Aaron Rodgers can't walk into your home after ruining your franchise and win. We need to win that game. It's a must-win week 1.
You need to win that game. Jets fans all over the world need you to win that game, but the Steelers are a far better team. I'm gonna say it's an L.
Sets the tone for the entire season,
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I want to be in attendance at this game, and in turn, when you go to the game, you root
You're a
for
fan.
the team at home. So I'm gonna pick the Jets here.
Let's go.
Oh
All right.
wait, my pick doesn't matter. So
Doesn't matter. What'd you
but
pick?
It's good to know.
yeah, I am picking the Jets.
He said-
Who cares?
Man, I'm a big Steeler guy. You know this.
All
I'm
right.
sorry, Dean.
It's okay. It's not personal.
But
get it.
I do want you guys to win. I will be rooting for you guys.
Thanks.
I want
We're
the
just not
pride.
gonna win.
You're just not.
Whatever the hell that's worth.
If
Yeah.
Rodgers, all I know is the worst case scenario is Rodgers goes for 303,
Throwing to who? DK Metcalf,
rips
bruh?
you guys apart.
Who is he throwing 300 yards to?
Johnny.
Smith.
Okay. It's actually not going to happen.
Coleman Wilson.
I don't think he's going to throw for 300 yards the whole season.
Yo, the Roman
Jalen
Wilson
Mother
coming out
freaking
party.
Warren.
All right,
Robert Woods, Bobby Trees.
Hell yeah.
week 2 at home again versus the Bills.
Loss.
L.
L.
All right, 0-2 traveling to Tampa, little Florida trip.
L.
That's an L.
L.
0-3 staying in Florida at the Dolphins.
They'll take. They got to
I'll
win
take
a
one
game.
of the two, but this is an L.
I was gonna say I think they take a later one. I think this is an L.
All right.
0-4 at home versus Dallas.
Ready? They take this one.
I mean, I like Dallas. I think this is an L.
Well, this is gonna help me later, so this is a W for the Jets.
There we go.
W here for the Jets. So we're 1-4. Week 6, a Europe game, I guess, versus Denver.
L.
L.
My vote doesn't matter. It's already an L.
1-5 back at home versus the Panthers.
W.
W. We did the Panthers schedule, but I'm
We
not gonna think about
definitely-
it. We definitely gave the Panthers a
Panthers
W.
the win.
We definitely gave the Panthers a W.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We don't have consistency on this podcast, so it's okay. W.
We go off
Jets.
vibes.
Hey.
I don't like that, but all right. Week 8 on the road at Cincinnati.
That's an L.
W.
They're gonna win this one. This is a W. This is the ups. This is one of the upsets. They're gonna win.
All right, 3-5 heading into the bye. Week 10 at home versus the Browns.
W.
W.
4-5 on the road versus New England.
W.
L.
L.
4-6 on the road at Baltimore.
L.
4-7 at home versus Atlanta.
W.
At home versus Atlanta?
Atlanta outside in the cold. Penix outside in the
man.
cold?
Penix ain't built for the moment, bro. We see it. We see what they're saying to him. He ain't built for the moment. He ain't built for New York. Jets dub.
All right, Jets win it.
All right, 5-7 at home versus the Dolphins.
You said they would win. So
W.
W.
Okay, yeah.
6-7 on the road at Jacksonville.
L.
Loss.
Sure.
All right, 6-8 on the road at New Orleans.
Oh,
W.
Oh, they win that. Yeah.
I want to take a W back, but W.
Yeah.
7-8 at home versus the Patriots.
Oh, we
They get
said
swept?
Split.
They
They're
get
getting
swept?
swept by New England. L.
They're getting swept by New England.
Yes. They're getting swept
I feel
by
like
New
we're
England.
being pretty generous here. They get swept by New England.
New England's not all that good either.
Yes, they are. We'll talk about it.
Brother. All right.
All right, 7-9, and they wrap up their season on the road at Buffalo.
L.
Loss.
Sure.
7-10, they hit the over.
That's
By an extra game.
You'll take that.
you
yeah.
take 7 and
You
10.
take 7 and 10.
That was one of the craziest schedule predictions we've ever done. You guys were, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Getting
Why?
shredded for sure.
Why? What
but-
do you think?
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati was crazy.
But I feel like
It's
anything
really
can.
not. Carolina's not
predicting
crazy.
just-
Don't say that.
If you think upsets are never gonna happen, there's not gonna be one
that
upset all
4-week
season.
stretch, you guys gave them Dallas, though, right?
No.
Yes.
No,
Did
they.
we?
Oh wait,
No.
we did.
I didn't give him Dallas.
I said
You
L.
did.
Gave 'em
You
Dallas.
gave him Dallas.
No, I didn't.
You guys
Oh,
did.
I did. I
said
gave him
L.
Dallas. I did give
yeah,
him
I said
Dallas.
L.
Yeah.
You guys start, because it wasn't 0-5.
We gave
Right,
Dallas.
I gave him Dallas.
Right, so that 4-week
The
stretch
Jet
of
fan didn't even give him Dallas. That's
that
crazy.
4-week stretch of Dallas, Denver, Carolina, Cincinnati, they're not going 3-1, bro. That's crazy.
No, they're
I
not.
could see.
Well, they're better than Carolina.
I don't think Cincinnati is weird.
Cincinnati's just mid. If
Yeah.
Burrow doesn't have a good game, they lose.
Yeah, but he's Joe Burrow. He
Typically has a good game.
he almost always has
Yeah,
a
but he's
good
going up
game.
against the top 4
All right.
corner in the league.
7 and 10 or 6 and 11,
One corner,
regardless,
stop
they're
Joe Burrow.
they're taking one
I
of those.
think you
two.
guys got
So you
generous
think Joe Burrow
there,
wins
but
every
I also
game?
do think
Like-
they split the Patriots. So
Yes.
that's where I get 6.
Yeah.
So I guess it's fine. 7's fine. It's fine. What's next?
You think it's just too many?
You're up.
You just want to take an L, win away somewhere? Basically.
Well, I said 6. I'm firm on it. I didn't realize that I'm the next team. This is kind of crazy that it's like this. Moving on, my Miami Dolphins. What a ride it's been for the Dolphins. Won 8 games last year, but what a weird year it was for us. Not really too much roster turnover with the Dolphins, bringing back the same guys, but the line's set at 7.5, projecting them to lose more games than last year. You lose Jalen Ramsey, which sinks. You basically lost your entire secondary, but brought in Minka Fitzpatrick. I think they dropped Mike Hilton
They
today,
did.
which is just strange.
Made no
Like,
sense.
why not just keep him around? Because we need all the help we could get in the secondary. It's weird with the Dolphins because going into the offseason, I feel like my vibe, and a lot of people's vibe was like, all right, like, it was a weird season last year. The Tyreek stuff was weird. Tyreek's going to lock back in, like, he'll return to form. And then the rest of the offseason, it's just been a bunch of shenanigans from him. And then you got Tyreek and Tua and Mike McDaniel basically beefing with each other at every chance they get at every press conference. Devon Achan's going into the season banged up. I like the defensive line if they stay healthy. I know Chop Robinson was already dealing with something at practice, but he should be back come week
like
1.
Chop
But,
Robinson.
I mean, Bradley Chubb and Jordan Phillips, you got to basically expect them to get hurt come season's end with how their careers have gone. So I think this team is an 8-win team if they're healthy. I just have a hard time believing that they're going to be healthy for the duration of the season. As it gets colder out, their bodies turn to glass and they deteriorate.
This might be the softest team in football.
Yes,
Not gonna
100%.
lie. Like
That's a good way to
soft
put it.
as
Yeah, I like
Charmin,
that.
and they take right after their coach,
100%.
who is just as soft. And we're about to find out this year. He is built to be an offensive coordinator and not a head coach. Simple as that.
Sure.
Funny guy.
I
That's all I
mean,
could say.
So funny.
Funny
I
guy.
mean, you lose Armstead on the offensive line too, but then it's like, does that even matter? Because he was in and
Never
out of the
played,
lineup
yeah.
every 2 weeks anyway. Like, I like the young kid, Patrick Paul. the kid they drafted, I'm not even going to bother pronouncing.
Jonas Savanea.
Jonas Savanea at guard. Like,
Classic.
it's cool, I guess. Like, I don't know. I'm not
That was
really,
their first round pick.
Second.
Who was the first round pick?
Who was Dolphin? Did they even have a first this year?
Yes, they picked right before the Colts. They had the 14th.
my
pick.
God.
Oh, the defensive tackle, what's his fucking name? Kenneth Grant, the kid from Michigan.
Okay,
Mm.
cool.
Whatever, I guess. Like,
Beefing up the
depth,
trenches, I guess.
piece, I guess.
I thought they were gonna take.
Piece in the first
Warren there.
round is
15
crazy.
I mean, on this defensive line, he's a depth piece. He's not going to be a day one starter.
No, their D-line's good.
Yeah, Sealer and
He's-
Benito Jones, they're cool.
Yeah, I mean, he's a depth piece on this defensive line. I mean, you add Matthew Judon, who is old and will probably deteriorate too. Like,
34.
when one of the other guys gets hurt on the edge, he'll come in and probably last 2 weeks before he deteriorates too. He was terrible when he got to Atlanta.
He
last
was
year.
so
Real
bad.
bad.
What a
dude.
disappointment. So it's just like very similar to the Jets, where it's just like there's nothing to get excited about. This team rips out my hopes and dreams every single year. Like, I'm just done with it. Especially a guy like me who has so many horses in the race. Like, I could just move on to my next horse.
They,
That's the reason he's got a
bro.
Commander's jersey
Yeah.
on, not a
This
Dolphins
fucking
jersey
guy.
they
today.
ripped.
And I could put this horse down.
Wow.
But
They-
He's picking
They
up a
ripped-
new horse. It's fucking Jokic over here. Jeez.
Yeah.
They ripped Darren Waller off his couch to come play tight end
Like,
for them.
And he's
Who-
going to retire by midseason,
Who
probably.
is-
Probably.
They rip Waller off the couch, who then is on the pup, or he gets hurt, or he's not
Yeah.
practicing or
So
whatever.
he was on the pup because he needed to ramp up to get into football shape, but he actually just started practicing this week.
Oh, that's convincing.
he's going to be the week one starter at tight end.
Good
I'm
God.
happy for Ollie Gordon, I guess. Had a good preseason.
He's probably the only bright spot they've had all.
He was probably the best rookie running back throughout preseason, which is cool, I guess.
Yeah.
I enjoy Ollie Gordon hoops, but like,
Hey, Ollie Gordon.
I mean, they're gonna come out and go 4-1 in their first 5 because it's what they do, and then people are gonna start saying, "Oh shit!" Like,
Look out for the
look at
Dolphins.
look at Tua leading the league in EPA per play and success rate. Like,
You're
ooh,
one of those guys.
I'm done
And he
with-
will be again.
I'm done with that. Shit.
He will
He's
be
No,
going to
but
sit
again.
I
here and be
know
like,
that.
yo, they're pulling me back in. They're pulling me
It
back
don't
in.
like. I said it last year too, though. Like, it don't matter till the weather gets
Right.
cold. Like, I could really care less about what this team does in September and October.
And
so-
Waddle's gonna get banged up. And
Right, like
Oh, I
they're
know.
just all made of glass. Like, I do think the roster is better than a 7-win team. Like, I think if this offense is fully healthy, which they won't be, but if this offense is fully healthy, they can carry this team to 8 wins. I really do firmly believe that. I do believe Tua, when he's on the field, is underrated because everyone just talks about how he gets hurt and all that and can't win the big game. But, like, Tua can put up numbers. Tyreek, I think, is getting underrated too because of just what he does outside of football.
Bro, he don't want to be there. He does not.
Well,
wanna
yeah,
be there.
that's another part of it. I think Jalen Waddle too just gets underrated. Like,
Severely, yeah.
like I think the team is underrated, but then you got to factor in that dudes are gonna get hurt. Like, I'm gonna take the under, bro. I think once someone goes down and then it like kind of messes up the whole vibe, they're just gonna fucking pencil it in. You know what I'm saying?
Malik Washington's becoming the new Twitter darling.
Yeah, no, he did that one play.
One play.
preseason, bro. Like,
And
yes,
everyone
bro,
started
yes.
obsessing over him.
So I completely agree with you. I mean, you hit pretty much everything I wanted to say. I mean, the guys they added and all, but it's just like, first of all, it became the worst vibes ever. Is McDaniel on the hottest seat in
Yes,
football right
yes,
now? Yeah, right?
easily. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Because their MO is starting strong in
Yep.
the Mike McDaniel era. If they don't start strong, like,
He's
they're
out.
cooked.
Right.
yeah, he's not. Like, if they start like 1-3, 1-4, like, he's out of there. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, they're not giving him a long leash at all.
Their
this
biggest
year.
knock is that they're soft.
Yeah.
They start off soft, you're fucked. He's gone.
And I agree with you that the roster is an 8-win team, or however you want to pencil them in for. But like, if you and Tua's going into the season healthy, can you guarantee me 17 games of Tua Tagovailoa? Can you guarantee me 17 games of Tyreek right now? He hasn't been practicing. Can you guarantee me 17 Achane games? Can you guarantee me 17 fully healthy Jalen Waddle games?
You're already not guaranteed 17 Devin H.
No, he already might not play week one.
Probably
and then
not.
yeah, and then
And if
the
he
other
does,
side of
he's
the ball
banged
too.
up.
Bradley Chubb, Jalen Phillips. Can you guarantee? No, you can't. So it's I just don't see it. Vibes are terrible. They always get injured. They always fall off at the end. I'm taking the under.
Yeah.
Especially given like Tua's health. You bring in as his backup Zach Wilson.
Whoa.
Right.
Respect him.
I'm not gonna
No
lie, bro.
respect.
That's an upgrade.
It's an upgrade.
He's,
A little Snoop Huntley.
Bro,
a
it was-
little,
they had- and-
yeah.
'cause I
whatever
remember-
the fuck his name is, bro.
but there were
Skylar
options
Thompson?
out there.
I remember getting up here last year. Sorry to steal your thunder, but like I was getting up here last year and like you have Tua and you still have the worst starting backup quarterbacks in the offseason in the league and
Right.
still haven't changed.
You needed to invest in an actual backup. Zach Wilson is like still not even a project. He's just a failed project is basically what it is. Still sucks. We watched what he did in the preseason for the Dolphins, and it's just underthrow guys in the flats.
Yeah.
Just something he's been doing for 4 years.
Like Carson Wentz got signed today or yesterday or whatever. Like
Yeah.
Right.
he should be a backup before Zach Wilson.
Minshew was out there. The good organization. The Chiefs picked him up.
Yeah.
Good on the Chiefs. Who else was out? There was good
Jimmy G.
backups out there that
Damn.
the
Garoppolo,
Dolphins
yeah.
just didn't want to pay. I
Bro,
don't
Jimmy
even know.
G would be good for this offense too, but
I don't know. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I mean, Winston was out there. Flacco was out there. Pickett was out there.
who?
Kenny
Kenny?
Pickett.
Don't.
He's better than Zach
That's not
Wilson,
a-
maybe.
That's not a good backup.
Neither is Zach Wilson.
Yeah, Zach Wilson's
Kenny
really
Pickett-
not a
Kenny
good backup.
Pickett's really bad at football. Bro.
I mean, they're all really bad, but there's a reason why they're not
all
starters.
the guys that you just said are not really bad. That's not true. There's some
They're all not starters, you know. Like
probably on a good football team, I guess not.
pretty much, yeah.
But
There's
should
one positive for the Dolphins this season. They have possibly the best name in all of football on their team. Storm Duck.
Hey
no
man.
idea who that
Best
is.
corner on the team.
That ain't saying
Yeah,
much,
The
brother.
silver, the
just might
silver
be.
lining for the Dolphins is they have the 7th easiest schedule in the NFL.
They're gonna get off to a hot start, bro.
So if they could steal
Who
some
were their
wins,
first 4 or 5 games?
We were
We
gonna
don't
do
have to-
that, right?
Are we going?
Were we?
Are we going?
I don't
no,
think
we're
we're
not
no,
doing
we
that.
changed that. Yeah,
No,
you
I'm
guys
just
didn't
curious.
want to give me my shine.
You got your shine.
you
What's
want your
involved
shine?
in
Jersey on?
decision
Do it.
making? Do we want to do it?
Yeah, we could also just do it.
Are we?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's go.
I'm doing it. Okay.
No.
I mean,
I'll
it's
do it.
Indy, New England, Buffalo, Jets is their first 4.
New England Buffalo Jets. They're not starting
3-1.
3-1.
They could. They definitely
totally
could. Indy,
They 100%
Indy.
could,
We said
bro.
they would beat the Jets.
Then
they could
at
definitely
Carolina,
They could start 4 or 5 more.
they could 100% start 4-1. I don't know
Oh,
if
they're
I'll
not a
predict it,
good
but
football team. They're just not.
It's not about that. They're still gonna. When the guys are healthy, they're gonna have one of the more high-powered offenses in the league.
No chunks in.
Yeah,
Like, if anything, Mike McDaniel could put out a good September offense.
sure can. Yeah, I agree.
Can he carry over into October 5th versus the Panthers? That's
It
the
hasn't.
question. That's the question.
It
Like-
typically doesn't.
They could easily start 4-1 though, 100%. 3-2.
It could happen, and then
With
we
everything
fall.
we've said. Under.
Yeah, also taking the under.
Yeah, I also have the under on the Dolphins as
All right.
well.
Cool.
This is gonna be the year that Tua freaking proves
It probably
everyone
is.
wrong.
Yeah,
I feel like we
because
said that
everyone took
last
the
year,
under.
but that's okay.
That's all good. All right, moving on to the next team in the AFC East. This was the most surprising win-loss total for me. The New England Patriots are at an 8.5 over/under win total from just 3 games last year. It was 4 games last year. They won 4 games last year. They had maybe the best offseason of any team in the NFL, and their new over/under is 8.5 games. They added, through the draft, they added Travion Henderson, Chris's boy. They added Will Campbell with their first-round pick. They signed Milton Williams, Carlton Davis, Stephon Diggs, Harold Landry, Rob Spillane, Morgan Moses, Garrett Bradbury. Beefed up that offensive line quite a bit because that was a real struggle for them last year. They hired Mike Vrabel, who for some reason didn't have a head coaching job last year. That will always boggle my mind. The future looks bright for the Patriots. Drake May stepped in a few games into the season, and he showed some flashes for sure, and it's really all you can ask from your rookie quarterback usually. But this offense struggled mightily last year in totality. They ranked 30th in points per game, 31st in yards per game, 30th in red zone percentage. The rushing offense was solid, and it should be better with an explosive playmaker like Travion in the backfield. That'll be fun to see. But I think this year, similar to the Jets, they're still a young team. It's a culture shock year. Like, Vrabes is trying to instill his culture here. He's bringing back some Belichick vibes, the way he's shutting down reporters. And, He's really mad about injury reports getting leaked. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Yep,
He's like, we're gonna find that rat. Yeah, they hate that over there. All that being said, I love the Patriots' outlook. I think it's a fun team to watch this year. But 9 games is a lot of football games to win, man, from a team that just won 4. I'm gonna take the under here. That's just, like I said, that's just too many games for me to sign on to right now. It's too many moving parts that have to gel together nicely, and it's a lot to ask, I think.
This is the easiest under of the offseason so far.
Wrong.
9 fucking
wrong.
games. They won 4
games,
last year.
dude.
This is the easiest under of the offseason. Sure, they got better and they'll be better and they're building a culture, but they're not fucking winning 9 games. They're not. They're just not. The offense is not that good.
They're winning 9+ games.
No, the
this
fuck
year.
they're not, bro.
They are. They are.
Drake May would have to be literally Jesus Christ.
He would not have to literally be Jesus Christ. This is going to be one of the best defenses in the NFL. This offensive line, ready for this one. You know, you guys remember a guy named Quentin Nelson, right? When he came out, right? Yeah, one of the best guards in the NFL.
Yeah.
So when he came to the Colts, he turned that entire offensive line around because of one thing, his mindset. He was nasty. He ran dudes over. Will Campbell will enter the NFL, be a great left tackle, and change the entire mindset of the offensive line. Not to mention they also
Morgan Moses, year 15 breakout.
What are you talking about?
he's
Year 15
actually
breakout. He's
good.
solid as hell, though. He's a good right tackle in the NFL.
good.
And then Cole Strange is cool. Garrett Bradbury's the lone weak spot on this offensive line. Mike Onwenu is also a very good offensive lineman as well. They have an offensive line that will probably jump into the top 10 this year, in my personal opinion. You have multiple running backs. Your boy, the guy that you hype all the time, and Travion Henderson. So the run game should theoretically be better if you believe in your guy.
And in the pass game, they should be dynamic to you in your kind of
I
words.
think Travion will be great. Running back isn't fucking winning him 9
No,
games.
but a running back is going to help Drake May for sure when he had possibly the worst situation in the entire NFL last year and looked like a more than competent quarterback. Not to mention Stephon Diggs will definitely help, and I don't believe the guy is washed. Pop Douglas, Kyle Williams, a guy that you believe in as well. I do think so, right?
I like Kyle Williams.
Exactly.
You can
So
say all this and them still not win 9. Like, all this can be true and they still don't win 9.
I think they'll win
If they have
7 games.
if
they have a
Be much
top
improved.
5
They had the worst fucking offensive line in all of football last year, and it probably wasn't even fucking close. Will Campbell could be fucking great. They're not going to be a fucking top 10 offensive line.
They
That's a lot.
overhauled the offensive line, though.
Yes.
That was
100%.
the point of emphasis. So
No, 100%. They're going to be
to think that
improved.
they're going to
They're 100%
way
gonna be
improved, though.
Yes,
they
100%.
they spent a top pick on a
Bro, they
on
were
a
playing
tackle.
undrafted guys
No,
at
100%.
tackle.
I think they're going to be way improved. I think they're going to be way improved over
Right.
every level of the football field. They're not winning 9 games.
They will win 9 games.
Well, it's all really dependent on if Drake May takes the big leap that requires
He
a
has to
9-win
take a
team.
leap.
I don't
But I
think
think
he
that-
has to take like this.
I don't think that's out of the question either, though.
I don't think so either.
I think he's a great
my
quarterback.
tag team partner back
Going to
there,
be
we
a great
believe in Drake
quarterback.
May. We're big believers in Drake May.
I believe in Drake May too. It's just like he has, like, you guys, it's 9 games. 9 games is a tall task in the NFL.
Mike Vrabel gets up out of bed every fucking morning. There's 9 games, 9 wins right there. That's
It's
it.
fitting
Mike
that
Vrabel.
he's the coach of the most overrated team in terms of fucking win total, because that's exactly what he is, bro.
What?
Overrated, Mike Vrabel. It just
Please explain to me how Mike Vrabel's overrated.
because their win total is fucking 9 games. That's how. That's how.
Please explain to me how Mike Vrabel
He has
is.
fucking Derrick Henry. This team is not that good. Their win total is 9 games.
Those
Why?
Tennessee
Because they
teams
got
were
fucking
1
Mike
seed.
His
Vrabel.
quarterback was
Was
Marcus
Ryan Tannehill.
and Marcus Mariota, bruh.
What?
Or they had the fucking best running back of our generation who he carried the offense on his fucking back. Mike Vrabel is a good coach. I'm not saying he's a bad coach. This team is projected to win 9 games. That's Looney Tunes. That's just not happening.
You mean to tell me that the personnel on that Titans team was a 1 seed in the AFC? Was a team that could consistently make the playoffs? No, it fucking wasn't. It just wasn't. Derrick Henry could only do so much. I don't care if he's a generational running back. You need to win football games on the back of everything. Mike Vrabel always, consistently, and you cannot deny this, got the most out of his roster every single year. Every single year. And he will do the same thing with New England this year in a complete culture change, in a complete overhaul of
But
the
he
team
could
this
get the
offseason.
most out of this roster
This team-
and them not win 9 games.
This
That's
team,
the
if
point.
you
That's where
get the
I'm at.
most
I'm not-
out of them,
I'm not
No,
on
that's
board with
not
the Braves
true. If you
thing,
get the
but-
most out of the roster, they're winning 9 games. It's a good roster.
it is.
The offense is vastly changed. It's a good offense. It's a top third of the league offense.
Top third is maybe pushing it a little bit, but I think they're going to be on the back of a top
Top
5
third
defense.
is what? I'm doing the math right
Yeah,
now.
what is
What's
the math?
top third?
Top third is top 10?
Top 12.
12, I'll call it.
No.
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 You don't think it's possible that they're a top 12
No.
offense?
Bro, not with
No.
in the year 2025 with Stephon Diggs off a torn ACL as your best wide receiver, your best
No.
pass catcher. No,
It's gonna be
no,
Travion.
sorry,
But
it's gonna be who?
Travion's their best pass.
That's
catcher.
cool. It's still they're still not a top 12 offense for Travion.
Bro,
It's their best
Hunter
pass
Henry
catcher.
exists.
I'm really
Okay,
high
yeah,
on,
we're
on
throwing
Drake
names
May and his
I am
ability to be a
too.
rusher and a good thrower of the football. Like, I think he has all the physical tools.
Completely
And I think
agree.
under a Vrabel system, he takes a big leap.
Sure, it's 9 games, bro. 9 games is a lot. 9 and 8 is a tough task.
9 is
Nine
a
and
lot.
eight
Nine
is
is
not
a lot.
impossible in this
But you're not
division.
asking me for 11. You're not asking me for 9's not the craziest ask in the world. It's really not.
For a team, they won 4 games.
I understand, but
They were
teams don't
arguably
make
the
5-game
worst
leaps
team in-
ever. It never happens.
Bro, the teams
not
never
saying
go
it never
from 5
happens.
to 9.
That's not
That's
Bro,
not what I'm saying.
consistently
You're
though,
acting like it
teams
is
in the
what you're-
NFL
like-
have gone
No,
from worst
that's
to
not.
have gone from worst to first. It's happened almost every single year.
what
the
needs to
last few years.
happen? So what would have needed to happen for them to go to 4 to 9 games? Tell me. Because they did everything they could do.
I mean, it would be one of the shocks of the 2025 NFL season if this team win. To me,
Well,
if
their
they
line's
win.
at 8.5, so it wouldn't be a shock.
No, I'm saying to
actually.
me. I'm saying to me
So, teams
personally,
go
though.
from-
Okay.
I'm talking about me personally, though.
I didn't-
Actually,
I didn't hear. Okay.
I think regardless, personally, I think in the media right now, it is in general, this is a team that is going to take a massive step. In
I
my
agree.
personal opinion,
I agree.
this might be the shock playoff team this year. There it is. That's my prediction. This New England Patriots team is the shock playoff team
I
this
fuck
season.
with the take. Like, I applaud you for making the take. Like, maybe I just don't have the balls because I agree with everything you're saying. The offensive line is much
completely agree.
improved.
Like, I do.
I expect Drake May to take a year 2 jump. The defense is going to get back on track and be one of the better units in the league. I agree with everything. 9 wins is just too steep for me for a team that was that bad last year. That's
Like
just
it's
how
just
I
a lot
feel.
that has to come together, and I just
I just would rather
very
bet
bold.
against it than bet.
I just
bet
think
for
9
it.
wins
Like,
is very bold.
I just think coaching by itself adds a few wins. And then the whole roster overhaul adds even more. Not to
That's how they
mention,
get to like 7 or 8.
but there is oh my God, they would be a 5-win team, maybe a 6-win team if Vrabel was just added and they did nothing. They possibly had the best offseason of additions of any team in the NFL. And not to mention, we didn't even mention a guy that's not technically a free agent or draft addition in Christian Barmore, who's just coming back.
I just think
just
we're
a free plug and play.
overrating their offseason additions because the team was so fucking ass.
But how is it
going in.
overrating it? You got the best offensive
Because
tackle
they-
in the draft. You got a great guy opposite to him who has been a vet, who has been consistent for all the years of his
I mean,
career.
maybe that's the disconnect. I just don't think Morgan Moses is great.
But he is good at football. He is good.
You just said great. I
You're
think he's average.
in
Like, I think he's
comparison to
average.
what they
I
had.
agree. Yes, it's an upgrade.
He's great.
But no, he's not great. He's an average offensive tackle, which is cool.
He's an above average offensive tackle in the NFL.
Sure, if he's slightly above average, he's slightly above average. It's, nitpicking here, but he's cool. He's a cool offensive lineman. Their offensive line is cool. And I really like Will Campbell, but it's Quentin Nelson, that's just a bad comparison.
I disagree.
To me, because Quentin Nelson is the best offensive line prospect we've had come into the league in our lifetime of watching football, basically, honestly.
I love Will Campbell as a prospect. I think he's one
Quentin
of the
Nelson
best.
was the
one of
chosen
the
one.
best. Bro, but Will Campbell's been a starter for 3 years now in the
No,
SEC.
he's a great prospect. He's a really, really, really good prospect. But Will Campbell also wasn't a perfect prospect. Will Campbell had question marks.
The only
coming in.
question mark was his arms.
Right, which for offensive line is a question. It matters.
But we've
That's
had
what
this. But we've
matters.
had this question with great offensive line prospects in the past. And when you have technique, when you have
Right,
power,
but
you have a
we've
good.
also had this question with good prospects who that was their hole, and that was what made them not become great. Like, it's a thing. Like, it's not a guarantee that it's a tall fucking task to ask a rookie offensive left tackle, the hardest position in football other than quarterback and corner, the hardest position in football, to come in and completely overhaul an entire offensive line. Like, it takes time. It's the rare occasion that a Quentin Nelson comes in and does that. That's the anomaly. That's basically the only time that's happened in our entire life of watching football, that an offensive lineman has come in and completely flipped the worst offensive line in football to being a great offensive line. That doesn't happen.
Penei Sewell.
Penei Sewell did
They also
change
added
life.
so many great pieces to the line. So, like,
So did the
And
Patriots.
so did the Patriots, though. And guys get healthy now. They were not healthy for all of last year. Of course, guys could get injured, but I'm
the
just saying,
Lions'
like,
offensive line over the past, like, 2 to 3 years was like a top 3 at worst unit. Like, it's different.
Yeah.
but
No,
it became
it
a
is
top 3
different.
unit when they added Penei Sewell. Like, it was.
But they also had fucking great pieces.
Right,
Like,
Decker, Ragnow. Yeah.
like, it's just, it's not an app. These things aren't all apples to oranges, like apples to apples comparisons. Like,
I get it.
I
Yeah.
get what you're saying. Like, I agree with all your points that they are much improved. Like, sure, they won the offseason. It wasn't a fucking tall task for them to win the offseason because they were fucking ass. There's a legit case that they were the worst roster in football. Like, so yes, they got better by adding Stephon Diggs because their receiving core was the worst before that. So yes, Stephon Diggs is an improvement. Does he take the team to fucking 9 wins? Like, and I get it, it's a culmination of everything, but like, they didn't add like elite top end talent. Like, it's not like that. Like, they made the right moves, and I agree with all their moves. Like, were they not supposed to go get a Morgan Moses if he was available? I'm not saying that. Like, obviously you add that because their offensive line was the worst in football last year. It's a tall task for this offensive line to jump from the clear worst in football last year to be a top 10 unit. That's a tall task. It's a tall task for this offense to jump from the worst in football last year to a top third. What was
Top
the word?
12.
Top 12 offense. It's a tall fucking task. And they would have to, I don't even think they have to get that high to hit this over, but like, it's a tall task for them to be a top 15 offense. I don't look at this team and see top 15 offense. I really don't. Will they take a jump? Absolutely. Absolutely. They will obviously be better than last season, but they're probably like the 20th best offense in the league at best, unless Drake May takes some astronomical leap, which I would love to come out here and predict. I love Drake May more than anyone else, but it's a tall task. It's a tall task.
So here's where I'm at. I think you could be totally right that right now they are a 20th best offense in the NFL. What I do think is going to happen is this offense is only going to get significantly better as the season progresses because there are so many young pieces. I think that defense by itself is a top 5 unit and can carry them to some wins, while the rest of it is just good enough.
I think that's a
Whose
top
defense do you
5
think
defense.
is better, the
I think it's
Patriots
a
or the
top 5
Jets?
defense. Patriots, and it's not close in my
Wow.
personal opinion.
But you think the
Think
Jets are
top
top
five's a
10, you
stretch.
said.
No, I didn't. I said I don't
you
like
said-
their
you said
defensive
they-
I
personnel.
said the Jets are about top 10. I think the Jets are a better defense than the Patriots. It's close, though. Like, they're right there.
It's pretty close. I feel like they do similar things.
Yeah.
Personnel-wise, it's not close for me. It's just not.
I think personnel, the Jets actually might have.
I think the Jets
And it's
pass rush is
personnel-wise.
significantly better.
I think
Patriots
this is a
clear
good
them,
pass
it's-
rush, though.
That's not what I'm saying, though. I'm comparing them to the Jets. The Jets pass rush clears them. Their secondary clears the Jets, though, 100%.
Yes.
But, like,
And Jets
it's-
linebackers are better.
Jets linebackers are definitely better.
Jets have a defensive-minded head coach. I think that matters, maybe.
So do the Patriots, though.
Vrabel's not an offensive.
No.
kind of-
Vrabel's a
Vrabel's a
motivator.
Vrabel's just a dog, is what he
Right.
is.
Vrabel's
Campbell,
not
yeah.
right. He's
Yeah.
not either.
No, but that I don't agree with that. I think he is very intelligent X's and O's. He literally
Well, yeah, I
played
mean,
linebacker,
yeah, I mean,
and
he's
they
an
say he
NFL
was one of the
coach. Yeah, he got
smartest
And he
guys.
caught, and he caught 8
Yeah.
touchdown passes.
He did. He
That's
did.
not his. That's not his MO though. Is the X's and O's. His thing is being
Right.
which is
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Which is fine. But like,
I think they'll have similar
Something
defenses.
that's not mentioned enough. Vrabel is very good with the X's and O's.
But I think the Patriots have a vastly better offense.
and that's not
than
why
the
he's
Jets.
there though. Like that's why you
no,
bring
he is a master motivator.
Right.
That is Mike Vrabel's thing. I was about to call him Michael.
Michael.
Right, like
He's
he's
a
not there to do
master,
X's and O's at all. So like, it really doesn't matter how good you think he is in terms of the X's and O's because that's not why he's there. I think he's great at what he does.
But coaches still have a say. in that.
100%, he's gonna
So-
have a say. But like It's not his scheme. Like,
Regardless, he's going to get the most out of this team. This is a top 5 unit on defense. This will be a top.
no.
You're just predicting way too big of a leap for the whole team.
That's fine. I'm predicting that. I think it's going to happen.
I feel like if
think
there's
they are
any
the
team
surprise
that
football
could take that big of a leap, it is them, though. Like, at least one time a year, you have a team that does take a significant
but-
leap, and to me, I think it's them.
2 years ago, were people out here saying the Texans were going to take this big leap and be one? No, they were predicted to be one of the worst teams in football.
Okay,
Same thing with the Commanders last year, right?
sure.
They
Right,
both.
I'm
I'm
did
just
it.
saying,
Tom's point is like just
Expectations?
because the off-season winner isn't always the team that does it. You know?
Nobody's saying that.
No, and that's right. Well,
Like, I guess if
the
we're gonna
Jets
pick
have won
who's-
3 of the last 4 off seasons. Obviously, they blow.
Right, if we're
so-
gonna guess who's more likely, I guess Vegas is telling us they're the most likely,
Right.
which is fine. Which
Yeah.
honestly, I probably agree with. But 9 wins is so many wins. It's a lot of wins.
All right. So you know what? This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go through their schedule.
I feel like you should be a part of this.
Yeah, no. You take the Commanders. I'll take this. Predicting the Patriots 2025 schedule. All right, week 1, they are at home against the Raiders.
W.
take a
No
W.
way.
Okay. Week 2, they're in Miami against the Dolphins.
L.
I think this is an L.
Okay.
Early season, Miami takes it.
Week 3, they're back home against the Steelers.
I'm okay with them
L.
taking an L on this one.
It's an L, yeah.
Week 4, the Panthers come to town.
W.
Take a W.
Sure.
Week 5, they go to Buffalo, play the Bills.
L.
Week 6, they go to New
Wait.
Orleans and play the.
Sorry. Are you keeping track?
No, I should be right.
Yeah.
They are currently 2-3 after Buffalo.
2 and 3 after Buffalo. Okay. Week 6, they go to New Orleans to play the Saints.
Win.
W.
Win, sure.
So what is it? 3 and 3.
3-3.
Okay, 3 and 3. In Nashville to play the Titans.
Win.
W.
Sure.
4 and 3. Then they're at home against the Browns.
Win.
W.
Sure.
5 and 3. Then they're still at home. They stay at home and play the Falcons.
Personally,
I'll take a W.
they win.
I think this is an L personally, but
I don't think
like, I guess
Atlanta's
my
a good
opinion doesn't really matter here at all. This is just you guys.
But like it does. But I just don't think Atlanta's a good football team. So we had a disconnect on that one too, but that's where I'm at.
Well, that's what I said too, right? I don't believe in Penix.
I don't believe in Penix. But
6 and 3. All right.
yeah.
All right. They go to Tampa to play the Bucks.
6-4.
Lose
Okay.
this one.
All right. Chris, you just smile away from the camera.
This was happening to me yesterday. when we were
Yeah,
doing
I know,
the other
I know.
thing. It happens.
All right. 6 and 4. They're at home versus the Jets.
They win. They split the Jets probably. We did do the schedule, and I said
Sure.
they sweep, but
I guess. W.
7-4.
Guess they win.
7 and 4.
What do you think the Jets are going to beat them twice?
No.
I'll
Okay,
probably
all right,
I'll probably go the other way. Then
Yeah.
you know.
That's fine. 7-4 regardless.
Week 12, they go to Cincy to play the Bengals.
Loss.
L.
Okay.
7 and 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Okay. Then they're at home against the Giants.
Oh man. Oh shucks.
Rocking a hard place.
Damn. Because we're gonna do this later.
Yeah.
I think the Giants suck. I'll take a W for the Patriots.
Man, I'm killing one narrative and pushing another. This sucks.
These dudes just aren't going to beat every team that they're projected to be better
That's what
than,
That's what
like,
I was gonna say
That's
at the
why
end.
I'm
But
just not
Okay, but
rocking with it.
but in the same vein, they'll take an upset. Like it's a great argument. Well done.
we've given them upsets. We'll give them an upset.
What?
I'm just saying we've given them anything that like could potentially be a toss-up. We've given them already.
What the
Like,
fuck have we given them that's been a
I'm
toss
saying we can give them an upset.
No, I'm
down the schedule.
asking a question.
I'm
That's all
saying
I'm
we
asking.
can give them an upset. No, we have. I said we can, is what I'm saying. I didn't say we did. I'm saying we can.
So is this
I'm just saying we're giving them
I've
everything
lost
that's like
control
up for
of this.
debate.
And we didn't give them games
I mean,
that we
all
could
right,
have.
they beat the Giants.
Beat the
Eight
Giants.
wins.
8 and 5. Week 14's a bye. Week 15, they play Buffalo at home.
L.
Win. We got to give them an upset.
Here we go.
Not against Buffalo.
I think they split with Buffalo this year, but
Right. If
They
they're,
always
if
do-
they're
they-
that much improved from where you guys like think they are, like they could split the
Yeah, but
against
Buffalo's like a top 3 team in the league.
That's fine. You guys
Like,
say
I
that's
actually
okay.
think they win this game.
Okay.
Like, I'm being dead ass. I think they
I
split
do
against
too.
Buffalo.
I do too. But
I think they get Buffalo's number one of the game. So, like, I dead ass do.
Okay.
So 9-5.
Sure.
All right. Week 16 in Baltimore versus the Ravens.
L.
Okay. Week 17, they're in MetLife against the Jets.
they split the Jets. We said that. That's an L.
L.
So 9-6, 9-7. Week 18 at home against the Dolphins.
We have them splitting Miami.
Take an L on that too.
No, this is a win for them. We gave
gave
Miami
them-
the first
We
one.
did give Miami the first.
10 wins for the Patriots. There
Patriots
you
are
go.
going 10-7.
I don't think that's insane. Like, I don't understand why the reaction is like that. I don't think that's insane.
Going
Like,
through the schedule, it wasn't that crazy.
No, it's not that tough of a schedule.
No, it's not that insane. It's just like, I don't know, to get up here and predict it is just a little bold for me.
I'm just
That's all
saying we could like
Is it really bold when that's the line though?
like it's really not. It's almost like Vegas knows what they're doing. We always say that.
Like,
Oh, yeah, I mean, I
if
don't
that's the
always agree with
line-
everything. Like, normally I do think Vegas, but this
Right.
is one that I don't agree with the line. That's why I
this is why we talk about it because it's
right
good content.
100%,
'cause
right, right. Vegas isn't
disagree.
always right. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
yeah.
Like, not always right. Sometimes they get it wrong. You know what I'm saying? The Texans that one year you were talking
Right.
about.
They'll be very wrong about this line because they're going to win like 11 games.
Go ahead.
Sure.
All right. Sure. Moving on.
So, the question about this team isn't the regular season. It's about the playoffs. We all know that the Buffalo Bills are one of the best regular season teams in all of football, and there's no doubt about that. Reigning MVP Josh Allen once again might do that same thing. So the question really is, do the Bills win in the playoffs? But the regular season win total is 11.5, and they have beaten this, I want to say, each of the last like 4 or 5 years. They've dominated the AFC East. So 11.5 wins, I'm going to take the over.
Yeah, I'd be pleasantly surprised if not pleasantly. I'd be surprised if they didn't win 12 games. I'll take the over here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm taking the over, and I'll go a step further in my prediction, and I'm going to predict a second straight MVP for Josh Allen. I think he's going to continue to ball out. I actually really, really like the Bills. Obviously, I think they're a top 3 team in the league. I think they smashed an 11.5 over.
Yeah, 100% agree. I'm done hating on the Bills. You know, they won my heart when I went there, so easy over.
Here added Joey Bosa. I don't think they really did much else, but like they're gonna win 12,
It's the
13
same
games
team,
around
it's
there.
the same infrastructure.
Proven they don't really need actual receivers to win, so
Yeah.
Josh just does it with everybody.
yeah.
The one thing that they never seem to improve, and it bothers me every single year, is their run defense.
Yeah.
Every single year. And it will
But
be
then
the
they turn
death
up.
of them.
Like last year, it got good down the stretch of the season.
Yeah, but it just, I don't know. It'll be the death of them. It really will be every single year. Or Patrick Mahomes, because that's
Yep.
just what happens.
Yep.
Patrick Mahomes is the death of the Buffalo Bills.
See, so
over and
Vegas doesn't always nail the line.
No, not always.
Saying.
But like 12 wins is a lot of wins.
Josh Allen. This
12
line
wins is a
should
lot
be.
of games.
I mean, for the Buffalo Bills, it's fucking not. We're
They-
talking about the Patriots, who were the worst fucking team in football last year. You buffoon. The fuck?
This line should easily be 12.5. Like
I agree he's a buffoon, but 9 wins isn't that crazy. He is definitely a buffoon, though. I agree with that.
Thank you. It'll
No,
get
for
worse.
sure.
It'll get so much worse soon. I
Yeah.
promise you that. But they win 12 games. That's pretty easy. They always do. But the problem is, do they make a Super Bowl? Do they win a Super Bowl?
We'll talk about this next week when
Yeah.
we do full season predictions. We don't gotta do it now. We could just move on to the next.
This one's a more interesting one. Buckle the fuck up,
Oh,
everybody.
wait, are we going to NFC?
Switching gears, we go from one East division to the other. The NFC East might be one of the best divisions in all of football. And if you thought that Patriots one got a little spicy, just wait on this one. I'll die on the sword. The New York Giants obviously are my favorite team in all of football, and they had one of the best off seasons in all of football as well. And I wonder where that takes us. The over-under is 5.5, and for me, that takes us straight to an over. Russell Wilson, the new quarterback in New York. It can't get much worse than Daniel Jones, the new starting quarterback of the Indianapolis Colts. Abdul Carter also added. And look, it's a complete overhaul of the culture. Jameis Winston steps in as the backup and changes the vibes in New York. Look, honestly, as a Giant fan, I'm all over Giant Twitter, obviously. And, of course, the hype can get to me. So I'm very curious as to where everybody else goes with this. But
You know where everyone else goes with this.
the vibes are at an all-time high, and I could say that much. It seems like it's a very different culture in New York. Dave's finally has his guy, and he smiles at him the way I wish that a girl one day smiles at me. So, what do we got? 5.5, fellas.
No, I mean, that's a good take, though. The way Dave smiles at Jackson Dart, like, that'll help them a lot, like, winning games this year. No, that's a good take. They're going under, bro. They have the toughest schedule in all of football. Russell Wilson is not good anymore. The team isn't good. The defensive line is great. Congrats on having one of the best defensive lines in football. Easiest under. Even easier than the Patriots.
I'm sorry, Tom, right before you get into the positives about the Giants, I fully agree. I mean, there's question marks all over the secondary. I know they improved their secondary. Don't really believe it. Who are they really throwing to outside of Malik Neighbors? Who really even knows? Tyrone Tracy's a fumble machine. Scatterboo already got hurt in training camp. I really just don't believe in Russell Wilson to do anything this season of significance. I think he's a whole lot of mid. I think he was carried by Pittsburgh's great defense last year. And, I think I agree with Chris. It's an easy under.
I'm going with the over. The Giants draft Abdul Carter. They put him on that great defensive line that you mentioned. They signed Russell Wilson, and they had basically the worst quarterback situation in the NFL last year. And you go from that to Russell Wilson, and I'm not going to sit here and say Russell Wilson's some elite quarterback, but he's solid. And that, like, going from terrible, the worst, to solid is a massive improvement.
Can I stop you for a second?
Go ahead.
What's your criteria for solid?
I'll get to that.
Okay.
So.
Because he's not.
Okay. So Russ played 11 games last year.
He's not.
Kid roots for Tua.
If you pace out his stats on the first 17,
He was more solid than fucking Russell Wilson today.
He's definitely way better than Russell Wilson.
So much more solid. My freaking
So
top.
much more mid, brother. Jeez. Tua, man.
if you pace Russell Wilson out for 17 games last year, he goes for 3,836 yards, which puts him at 14th in the league, 25 touchdowns, which puts him at a tie for 10th, 8 interceptions, and a 95.6 passer rating for 14th in the league. Am I saying he's the 14th best quarterback in football? No. But I think he's good enough to at least win you some games. If Malik Neighbors, that guy we mentioned before, I mean, I think we all can agree that at some point in his career, he's got another level to access to unlock in his game. If he can do it this year, that'll help the offense even more. An offense that was 31st in points per game, 30th in yards per game, and 32nd in red zone scoring percentage. Basically the worst offense in football. If they're just, they have to be a lot better, but like top 20 maybe, I think they can get there. 28th in passing yards per game, 29th in completion percentage. Again, it was horrible for the Giants last year. Then you go to the other side of the ball. That great D-line, they were 5th in sack percentage in the NFL. Dexter Lawrence missed 5 games, and he had 9 sacks in 12 games. There was DPOY talks. If the Giants' defense was a little bit better, he absolutely would have at least been in that conversation. Brian Burns was 4th in pass rush win rate. And again, you add a freak of nature in Abdul Carter, who usually a guy like that gets drafted so high. He's not only the best pass rusher on his team, he's probably the best defensive player on his team. That's not the case here. He's not even the best pass rusher on his team. So it's not even the second best pass rusher on his team on day one. So it's up for the Giants, man. I like their additions to the secondary. I know you said you didn't like them, but Javon Holland and Paulson Adebo, they're good players. Like they're not great, they're not elite, but the Giants got some good secondary players.
Javon Holland might be
Sure.
Might be what?
elite. But continue.
They got some good players in their secondary out of the draft last year too. Drew Phillips, I like Flott. He hasn't really broken out yet, but I really do think he's going to be good. And yeah, I think 5.5 games. I think they can win that. They do have a tough schedule, but I think they can pull it off.
You guys sound just like I did the last couple of years with the Jets.
That's how he sounded last year, too.
About the Giants?
Yeah.
No, I wasn't.
So-
I could promise you last year I wasn't. 2 years ago, though, very delusional about the Giants, and that backfired on me. But last year, I promise you I wasn't.
The optimism's just really cute. It's really cute. I think to the rest of the NFL and teams of other fan bases can see right through the BS that is Giant fans and the optimism of this season. I think that's exactly what it is. I think it's okay to be really hyped about your draft class and Jackson Dart and Scatterboo. I think the future is bright after this year, but they're still bad. They're still just not a good football team, and it's going to take another couple years for that offense to take a leap. It's just not the year. You're not going to rely on just Malik Neighbors to carry this offense, because that's really what it is. There's nobody else to help you. That's the it. And you need someone to get him the ball. And I'm not trusting Russell Wilson over a 17-game span to get you 6 wins. It's just not happening.
So here we go. This will be fun. This is the best defensive line in football. Period.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Best defensive line.
I don't think there's
in
an
football.
argument about that.
Okay. That defense, I will bank on this. I will, again, die on the sword. This is going to be a top 5 unit in the entire NFL, with Dexter Lawrence firmly in Defensive Player of the Year talks. Top 5 defense in the NFL. You could talk what you want about this secondary. Tyler Nubin and Javon Holland will be one of the best safety duos in the entire league.
Okay, I'm going to cut you off because that's not really the point, because like we said about bad offenses before, they're going to be on the field a whole lot. And they're going to be up to get exposed a whole lot because of how bad the offense is. And it sucks because they are such a good defensive unit that you wish the offense could live up to such talent that they do have and to be able to highlight their defense. But instead, they're going to be exposed for no reason because their offense is so terrible.
Okay, so
we
I
had
want
the
you to
same
time out.
conversation last year when they added Brian Burns. It probably wasn't top 5, but it was top 10. It was the same exact conversation, and I said the same exact point last year. That's like my go-to.
Which is what happened.
Okay.
Right,
Time
exactly
out.
what happened.
Hold on. I just want you to do me a favor, Dean. What'd you say before? Russell Wilson was carried by what?
A great Pittsburgh, but Pittsburgh's offense was better last year.
Time out. Don't do that. Time out. Don't do that. What makes the Steelers' offense better than ours? Answer me. Go ahead.
Coaching.
Coaching.
Yeah.
Right. Coaching. Mike
What
Tomlin.
are you
Arthur
laughing
Smith.
about? Like the Giants didn't win 4 games, bro.
No.
What are you laughing about?
We had Daniel Jones, number 1. Daniel Jones also got hurt. Played with Tommy DeVito last year, by the way. Let's just completely ignore that. Half the offense was injured. That's totally okay. Offensive line was top 12 for the first few weeks. That's totally okay. Shut up. Let me finish speaking. I'm not done.
I'm not done. Few weeks,
I'm
bro.
not done.
Yo,
First
Miami
4
would
weeks
have
of the
Super Bowl
season.
if we were talking about the first few weeks, bro.
I'd be hyped. I'd be
First
hyped.
4 weeks of the
First few
season.
weeks Super Bowl, yo. Top 12 offensive
And
line
we're
first
losing
few weeks.
games actively because of
trophy,
quarterback
bro.
play. We're actively losing games because of quarterback play, which you know a thing or two about. But anyways, I continue. Offensive line was good. Return the same starters from last year. Malik Neighbors, year 2, can't get better.
Was not fucking good.
I want you to go back and look at the first 4 weeks of the offensive line last
first
season.
4 weeks.
First 4 weeks.
Game season.
And then do we want to talk about what happened?
Fucking good.
Majority of the starters
Chris,
got injured.
The first 4 weeks were good, though. Yo.
The depth got better. Running backs, our running back, Tyrone Tracy, Cam Scatterbo, Devin Singletary, that's a decent room. That's a decent room.
Gosh.
Tyrone Tracy's the breakout guy this year. Watch it happen. But
Bro can't keep a football in his hand. His one job is to hold the football, and bro can't do that.
You can't get better at it?
I'm just saying the track record is not too great, is it?
This is not good. Time out. But I just
Cam
want
Scatterbo,
to know.
4.6,
I just
40?
want to know. This is all I want to know.
He cried. He fumbled and cried.
Bro.
He fumbled and cried.
He cried.
Yo, versus the Panthers, he fumbled and cried.
But anyways, yeah, I mean, we acted like
He
it.
caused
We
the
acted.
game versus the Panthers though with the fumble, and he
Thank
cried.
God for real. For real.
But he cried.
We talked about
That was
how
tough.
much.
That was tough.
We talked about how thankful we were for Tyrone Tracy fumbling. And guess what that man said? He said, "I promise you, I'm gonna be better." And you know what he's gonna do this year? He's gonna be fucking better.
So that's a shame, though.
No, it wasn't a shame because it gave us Abdul Carter, and that's why everything happens for a goddamn
reason. Better
reason.
though than that, like.
No, because we're
The same
not
thing
worried
won't
about.
happen again.
No. But we're not worried about a draft pick this year. We don't care about that. No.
Should be.
Do we need a quarterback, or did we get one this year? No. Just answer my question. Are we looking at a guy as the future of the? Are we looking at the guy that we currently have as the future face of our franchise, or no? Yes or no?
I mean, I think he could be, but that's besides the point.
But are we? Are we
Yo, the only
looking
thing
at
you draft
him?
the only thing you draft in football is quarterbacks, bro.
You hit,
Bro,
you hit
What
the nail on
the
the
fuck
head.
are you talking about?
Giants
the
are
nail
still
on the
going to be in contention for a good draft pick because they're ass.
But that's a good thing, because then we still get a good fucking player because this
Okay.
is a heavy quarterback
Right.
class.
So no matter what you do, it's all good. No matter what happens, whether you fumble a
Yes.
football, whether you're bad, you get a good draft pick. But if you win games, it's
First
good.
of all, I'm
that
not
was just
saying.
silly, though. You were saying like that it doesn't matter like if they get a good draft pick because they have Jackson Dart. That's just silly, though. Like if the team's bad, they could use which they are. They could use talent. Like you want to.
I'm not saying
No
this
matter
team's going
where
to
they
make
end
the
up
playoffs.
picking in the draft, the draft pick matters even though they have.
I would
Jackson
love
Dart,
to sit
right?
here. I would love to sit here and say that the Giants are going to make the playoffs. I'm not that delusional. I can admit I'm delusional. I'm not that delusional. I am saying that 5.5 is going to be cashed, and it is one of the easiest overs in all of the NFL. Point blank, period. And you just said it before, and you don't get to walk this back. That offense in Pittsburgh is not better than this one. There's very little difference, if any at all. That offensive line was not good. That run game was not necessarily great. That number one receiver is definitely not better than this number one receiver. And the rest of their weapons are also worse than the rest of the weapons on this team. So you don't get to say on the back of a Pittsburgh Steelers defense, when that defense was the best defense in the NFL, this offense is better than that one.
So the Giants are on par with the Steelers' offense.
Yes, if not better from last year.
All right. So you said the Steelers were contenders, no?
When? This year?
Right, you did say this.
Because we have Aaron Rodgers and DK Metcalf now.
So how much better
and a better offensive
How much
line.
better is the Steelers' defense than the Giants?
Not much better.
Okay, so the Giants are contenders?
No, it's the difference between Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers that makes the Steelers contenders. Stay with them, bro. Come on.
My bad. But the offense isn't that much different.
This year for the Steelers.
Right.
Yo, wait.
It
so
is
what
significantly
Yo,
different.
let's.
But it is significant.
I love
Ready,
hypotheticals.
DK, Jonnu, and Caleb
Let me
Johnson are added to this team. That helps
No,
them
no,
out.
this is a good one.
I
though.
hate
You're gonna like this one.
hypotheticals.
You're gonna
All
fuck
right,
with
go
this
ahead.
one. If the Giants had Aaron Rodgers instead of Russell Wilson, are they contenders?
No.
Why?
They're not contenders with Aaron Rodgers, but they're winning a game or two more for sure.
You just said their offense was on par with the Steelers.
The Steelers are just a better offense than the Giants right now.
But I just said that, and you said I was
said
wrong.
last year. Last year's Steelers offense.
I said
Wait, but
this year.
what
This
makes
Giants-
I was talking about this year, dog.
They have more weapons. They have more weapons.
Bro, are you slow?
How? How?
Because I literally.
They added Jonnu Smith. They added Caleb Johnson. They took DK.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said the Steelers are better.
The Steelers
and you
are
said
better.
the Giants are on par.
The Giants' offense from this year is better than the Steelers' offense from last year.
I wasn't
I
talking
thought you were talking about
no.
that offense.
No.
Because we took Russell Wilson off that team, placed him on this one. This is a better offense than that Steelers' offense.
Okay.
This Steelers' offense is better, and Aaron Rodgers is better than Russell Wilson.
Right.
Yes.
I know that.
Cool.
Okay.
What are we arguing?
I don't know.
I mean, I think the Steelers' offensive line is better.
Today, like
From last
this
year?
one or last year? Both.
I mean, I guess it's kind of like.
They lost Dan Moore. I think that's the only thing that.
Which might be addition by subtraction.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. I mean, the Giants' offensive line was like. I know there were injuries, but
Yeah.
I
they,
don't know. The first 4 weeks they were good though.
yeah, I guess. I
When
don't have
the team was
first
healthy,
four-
yeah,
I don't have the
next
first
try,
4
okay.
weeks stats in front of me, but like I just.
Like you're making a comment that like obviously coincides with something occurring. Like when the offensive line was healthy, it was a top 12 unit in the NFL. When the offensive line was injured, it was no longer a top 12 unit in the NFL.
I guess. And Andrew Thomas has a good track record of. being
You're right,
healthy,
but the depth is significantly better this year. We went out and actively went to go add depth to the offensive line. You're not replacing an elite left tackle. We've already gone over this. That's
right,
not
when
happening.
Andrew Thomas misses games, the depth that you added in the offseason,
Matters little.
no one
yeah.
gives a shit.
Regardless,
right.
they're winning 6 or 7 games.
Okay.
They're hitting the over.
I just don't see it.
I
I
don't
think this
agree.
offense is bad. Like, it's a bad offense. Like, Russell Wilson just isn't. Like, I know Daniel Jones was bad, but Russell Wilson also just isn't good anymore. To my point from before, like to me, like, solid is, like, top 14 through 16. Like, Russ is not that. Like, he's closer to 25 than he is to 15 in terms of quarterback rankings. Like, he's not in terms of like everyone in the world, sure, Russell Wilson's a good quarterback. In terms of starting NFL quarterbacks, he's not a good quarterback. He's not.
He's a starter, but like
I think you actually said that, like when we talked about the Steelers, like Russell Wilson's not good.
He's on the lower end of starting quarterbacks for sure.
Okay.
But Daniel Jones might have actually been the worst starting quarterback in the NFL.
they also weren't like a quarterback away from contending.
I'm not saying
either.
we're contending though.
I know. I'm just saying like. I think they'll be in games, but they're not winning.
A big part of it for me
7
too is I
games.
think they're starting like 0-6 or 1-5.
just
which
don't
I
agree
think,
with that.
I think like in turn, like as humans, like sucks the life out of everything. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, if that happens, then that'll
I mean,
be
like-
tough to bounce back from that.
I
But,
think it's
yeah.
really exciting to have like a new young quarterback in your program, right? But I
Shit, he
think
might
that's
be starting
why
by, like,
Giant
week 12.
fans are. If he starts by week 12, you're not getting a 6 or 7 wins. I'm sorry. That's just the reality of it. If you have a QB switch, things probably aren't going good. So
I think it's going to happen no matter what, to be quite honest with you.
you think if they're winning games, they're gonna go, yeah, see ya, Russ? No.
I mean, like, we could get into the schedule, but, like, I mean, the first 12 weeks, you play nothing but playoff teams aside from New Orleans and Chicago.
Chicago's projected to be.
Better than they were last
Yeah.
year, but not a playoff team. Like, I'm including San Francisco as a playoff team. I think that's a fair thing to do for my assessment.
I mean, I'm going to
Maybe,
pick
yeah.
games that you guys definitely aren't.
No, 100%.
Right, because you're wearing a Giant jersey.
Right, 100%. But, like, point being, the schedule is literally hell.
No, schedule
it ain't a
sucks.
fun one.
Schedule did us no favors.
Like, and it's just like when they get off to a slow start, like, it's just like hard to right
I
the
just
ship.
don't think I really just don't think so. I think there was zero leadership last year at the quarterback position or on either side of the football in general, and it just like genuinely that could change everything. Just could change vibes alone. And not to mention that we made so many improvements. I think that's going to make such a big difference to where like
We just had this
We won
conversation
4
about
last
the
year.
fucking vibes and the shift last year when they made all the changes to the offensive line and brought in Brian Burns. Like, let's just not like we did this last year.
and
I
Daniel
know you're
Jones was
saying-
absolutely awful.
No, I agree with you. I'm just saying last offseason, like, we did exactly this. Like, we were over there, but we were in this exact same position last year. We expected the offense to take a jump, and we expected the defense to be a top 10 defense, and neither happened, and they were ass.
Right.
And
And
if
the
you
defense
think
is bad
Russell
because of the
Wilson and Javon Holland and Paulson Debo and Abdul Carter like completely change that, then what's the saying? To each their own. Like, I just don't see it like that, especially with the schedule. So
And there's no argument that the defense is great.
Yeah.
We know the defense is great. It's not the problem.
I guess. I don't know.
I think they could get to a top 20-ish offense, and I think that can win 6 games with an elite defense.
I'd be
I-
just
shocked
where
if
I'm at.
they're top 20.
Moving
I
10
would probably
spots
be
is-
That's what we
shocked.
did.
That's where the
we did the
disconnect is.
same
Yeah,
bet
I would
last
probably
year.
And that's
It
where
was
the
like
disconnect is.
easiest
Okay.
money in my life last year.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
I'd probably be
Like-
shocked if we're a top 20 offense in terms of yards or points too. But I think
glad
we're
we're
gonna
not
be
running
able to.
that bet back.
No, we're not.
Thank you.
But I would also not be shocked if we are a team that can control the clock and hold time of possession a little bit, move the chains with neighbors.
Well, they're going to need to if they want to win games.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what
We got to be able to run the ball efficiently.
I think they will. I do.
just,
I
just
think
based
they will.
on vibes.
The personnel and the fact that we have an offensive line that looked good in preseason,
Personnel
especially
is
like.
basically the same.
But don't do that because we just used preseason as an argument before on for one of you two. I don't remember who it was, but one of you two used look good in the preseason, so we're looking,
For what?
Who did we say that about?
you might have said that. Like
I didn't say that.
No, I promise
We
you
maybe
we could
said
run
a
it back.
guy looked good in preseason, but like I'm
a
not.
whole team.
Our
Basically,
entire
offensive
offensive
line
line has
is-
looked good
Oh.
throughout. It started last season, number 1, as I said before, which is the same exact personnel, exact same thing, now healthy. We would hope for extended periods of time, and if they're not, they're not. Things change. But I have a lot of sample size now to be able to say that, like, yeah, we could be solid on the O-line for the first time in a long time. So
Okay.
let's do the schedule. This is going to be fun.
Predicting the 2025 Giants record. Week 1, they're in Washington.
I'll
We're going to
give it
start
an L.
0-6. So L.
L. All right.
Yep.
0-1.
Right? They lose.
No,
I
yeah,
think they
lose,
win,
yeah.
but
Oh,
I think they lose, but okay.
I think they lose.
so they're 0-1.
I think
Week 2, they're in Dallas.
You think Washington sucks?
I think Washington is the most overrated football team.
The
just-
Giants clearly are.
They're just in the NFC Championship game.
Oh, under
Alright,
5.5.
good.
Word. Overrated.
Week 2, they're in Dallas.
L.
L.
I think this is also an L.
0-2. Week 3, against Kansas City at home.
This is a loss.
Yeah, it's a loss.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, tell the camera though that you think.
Yeah.
I want the camera.
It's a win. We're starting the season 2-1.
well,
I don't give a fuck.
0-3.
Week 4, against the Chargers at home.
This is an L.
L.
Yeah.
So we're at 0-4.
Yep.
There we go.
Week 5 in New Orleans.
There we
W.
go.
Give me
There you
one.
go. Let's
Give me
go.
one.
There we go.
1-5.
We're 3-2 by
1-4.
now.
Big blue, baby.
1-4. Week 6 against Philadelphia.
This is an L.
L.
That's an L. Yeah.
So the Giants are currently 1-5.
No, it's coming though.
Okay, week 7 at Denver.
L.
L.
1-6. Doesn't get easier. Week 8 in Philadelphia.
Also an L.
Yeah. Yeah. it's gotta be-
1-7. And week 9, we play the 49ers.
I'll take that one.
We're winning.
Have it.
Okay. So, what are we? 2-7?
2-7.
Week 10, we're in Chicago.
L.
I'm taking one.
Okay.
Just
Take
like the
it-
Niners.
I'm taking an upset. Like
All right.
you know,
You just took one.
bro, I'm wearing a jersey and I had him at 0-5. All right, give me a break.
all right. What are you saying?
I also think this is a win.
Okay. So they're 3-7.
There we go.
They play the Packers in week 11.
That's an L.
That's
That
an L.
is an L.
3-8. Then they travel to Detroit.
L.
That's an L.
L.
They're 3-9.
There we go.
They travel to New England.
Boy, we gave him an L. We got to stay consistent.
We do have
You
to
did.
stay consistent. That's an
That was
L.
your fault.
Yep.
So they're 3-10.
There we go.
Going into the bye. Then they come out of the bye week 15 against Washington.
We own Washington when we have a decent team, and we have a decent team. It's a win.
I actually do think we split Washington.
Okay. 4-10. Then we play the Vikings
L.
At home,
at
we're
home.
winning this game.
That's an L.
Sure, it's an L. Yeah.
4-11. We travel to Vegas.
We're winning.
Give me Vegas. No, W for the Giants, I meant.
All right. 5-11. Last game of the season, week 18. We play Dallas at home.
We're splitting Dallas this year.
It's an L. You're not splitting Dallas and Washington. I'll
We're
let you guys
splitting
have
both.
Washington.
We're
You're
splitting
not
both.
splitting both. I'm
We're
not
splitting
allowing
both.
it. I mean, Tom, you're the
I mean,
deciding
I'm
factor, but
giving them the W, but yeah.
All right. So
There's
even
actually-
with 2 biased Giant fans on the panel, they still only finished 6-11
Hey, I hit the over.
It's an over.
with 2 Giant fans. You guys could have said W whatever you wanted.
Yeah, no, but I'm not
And
gonna
we
do
came
I'm not
out
gonna
to
do- I'm not gonna do that.
6-11.
there's actually
Bruh.
no shot that they split the
Oh my
Cowboys. and
gosh.
the
Yo,
Commanders.
the bad thing
definitely
is,
a shot.
I would have said a W for a lot of those
So you
games.
should've,
And I
brother.
did. I did. I sat here and said,
All right.
I think
So your
that's a
fellow
W.
Giant fans should have stepped up.
It's okay.
Yeah,
He's a more realistic Giant
I don't
fan
want to
than
be
I am.
a lunatic, you know.
I guess that's why he doesn't normally like loop you in as a Giant.
Probably, yeah, because I'm not on that tier of
Yeah.
Giant
Illusion.
fans.
Sometimes.
He's sitting there wishing Lil Nick was in your seat, bro.
Or he's wishing Steve was here.
Yeah,
He's wishing
Steven would have
Steven
been
was
tough
here.
for that
Bro,
schedule. For
me and
that team.
oh man,
That's tough, bro.
Steven and I would
Giant
have
fans, we
been.
still came out to just half a win.
Did you
over
not
the
just hear what I
projection.
said?
And I think 6 is insane. Like, I think that
I just don't think it's insane. It's
We
it's a
gave them
tough
San
schedule.
Francisco. We gave them Chicago too. Like
It's tough
Chicago
schedule.
is not like
they're
oh,
better than the Giants.
Oh my god! Like
Are they not? They are.
theoretically,
Okay.
like
So they're beatable, though.
I think like upsets happen.
You're
Yeah.
theoretically
The-
better than.
Only
The
team on
Bears,
the
like-
schedule that they're definitively better than is the Saints.
Sure. Yeah.
So every other game we gave you guys was an upset.
I'd
so
call
it's
them
not
better
we
than
didn't
the
give you
Raiders
upset,
too.
You know?
we are better.
Yeah, I'd say the
Close.
Raiders too. Yeah.
Close.
2 teams.
You guys have the Raiders. Yeah. I'd say like definitively.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
win a
okay.
lot of games.
If you want
off
to say you're
that
better than
pass
the
rush.
Raiders, that's fine. I won't.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have to argue Giants versus
No, we
Raiders.
don't.
But,
We
like,
have that. But so
just-
2 teams.
Just looking at the schedule, which teams is this pass rush winning you games off of? It's not
We're winning
because it's
week
probably
one.
not Chicago. Chicago's
Ready?
with that great
Chiefs.
Ready?
offensive line now.
We're winning week 1 against Washington.
Probably not.
We are. Week 2 we'll lose
Right.
against Dallas. That's
You
fine.
will. You will lose.
Week 3 we're gonna beat the Kansas City Chiefs.
You
I've
probably
said this
also
a million
won't do that
times.
primetime Sunday night
Okay,
football.
that's
You're
fine.
not beating Patrick
That's
Mahomes
fine.
in
We're
primetime.
winning. We're winning that game.
You're not beating Patrick
I'll
Mahomes
give-
Sunday night football.
I'll give you my
You
biased
should
ass.
just post this as the schedule.
I will
on
give you
TikTok,
my
by the way.
biased ass opinion. Whatever the fuck people want to do with that, that's fine. So week 3 we get Kansas City. Week 4 we have the Chargers. Right, that's an L. So we're 2-2. After that, week 5.
I feel like
who
we just
have?
did this.
Yeah,
No,
we
but
did
fuck
just-
all that. Because I
No, we're not redoing it. You were 6-11 and live with it.
Finally, moving on. We are on to the Dallas Cowboys, America's team, with an over-under of 7.5 wins. Cowboys got 7 wins last year. Dak Prescott missed 9 games. Micah Parsons missed 3 games. It was a bit of a murky season for the Cowboys. So what did they do? They went out this offseason, and that terrible run game they had, well, they brought in Javonte Williams, Miles Sanders, and they drafted Jadon Blue, who I think is cool, but I think he's a little banged up right now. They then traded for George Pickens, which I really liked. They desperately needed a wide receiver too, and I think that was a great move for them. They drafted Tyler Booker in the first round, which I don't really keep up with offensive line prospects, but I know a lot of people were saying this was a bit of a reach on their part, so we'll see how that works out. He's going to start at guard, they've said. The Parsons situation has been by far the most interesting aspect of the Cowboys offseason. I do think he plays week 1 in a Dallas Cowboys uniform. I just think Jerry's going to do what Jerry does and wait till the absolute last possible second to pay Micah Parsons his money, because that man, God knows that man deserves his money. This Dallas defense, like I said, Parsons missed, I believe it was 4 games. I think he played 13. He missed 4 games last year. So the defensive numbers might be a little askew, but just you'll get the idea. This defense was 31st in points per game, 32nd in red zone scoring percentage, 29th in rushing yards per game. This was a bad defense with Micah Parsons. They were the worst in the league without Micah Parsons. No question. And then the offense, not going to hate too hard because Dak missed basically half the season. But the rushing game was terrible, 27th in rushing yards per game. Don't think they did much to improve there. And I sat down on my computer when I was looking up notes for the Cowboys, and I said, I'm taking the under, right? And then I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm just being biased. I'm going to go through their schedule. I did it myself. I got to week 10, which is their bye week, and they were about 4-5, 5-4, somewhere around there. And then coming out of the bye week is pure hell for the Cowboys. You get in Vegas, you're playing the Raiders, which, okay, they can take the Raiders for sure. Home versus the Eagles, home versus the Chiefs, in Detroit versus the Lions, in Minnesota versus the Vikings. No, at home versus the Vikings, at home versus the Chargers, in Washington against the Commanders, in MetLife against the Giants. That is brutal.
Bro, throw it in MetLife again.
I mean, it was the last game.
In MetLife.
What? Why am I going to throw it? I know. It's the last game of the season.
Hold up. Do you guys want to bet this over under for the Giants? Let's do this on camera, actually. I'm more than willing to put 50 on it with each of you.
I'll put $100 on it.
100 on it right now?
Yeah.
Cool. Say less. Done.
Cool.
100 on it right now? Cool.
I mean, we
just made the easiest $200 of my life.
Fucking guy. We're gonna do another 100 on the next one anyway. That's why I was waiting for that. Actually, I'm down with that.
Perfect.
Alrighty. That being said, now that that's done, I'm taking the under on the Cowboys. I know, like I said, they won 7 games without Dak for half the season. I don't think this is a very good football team. I don't think their defense is good. I don't think their run game is terrible. Pickens, great addition. The pass game will be good. It'll be fun to watch, but not here for the Cowboys at all.
Man, it's tough for me. I wanted to pick the under, I really do, but Dak Prescott and the offense managed to win games when he's healthy. It's just that simple. Not to mention, I do think this defense is a lot better than people are giving it credit for. I really do. I think the Deron Bland coming back, Trayvon Diggs coming back, that's huge. At some point, DeMarvion Overshown will also be back. He was very good.
Is he going to come back? I think he's done
for the... Is he done for the whole year?
I don't think
I saw some reports that he might be back.
Even if he comes back, though, like,
is he going to be 100?
A ramp-up period and shit. Like, I kind of pencil him in as
totally fair. Yeah, I do think
he was so good for them last year, though.
100%. He was phenomenal. I do think the Micah situation gets figured out. Jerry Jones loves to wait till the last minute. Not to mention, why wouldn't he stir up drama with the Dallas Cowboys documentary coming out? The perfect time to get eyes on the Dallas Cowboys. That's Jerry Jones's thing. So I think the Micah Parsons situation gets figured out, and I think the Cowboys are getting slept on just a little bit. If anything, with that draft pick, the one thing I don't question the Cowboys on ever is drafting in general, because they do such a great job of that, and drafting offensive linemen. They always figure out their offensive line. So I don't doubt that. I think that's just one of those position groups with a team that you just never question. They'll figure it out. Javonte Williams, maybe year 2. Coming back from that, what is it, year 2 or 3 now?
Year 3 coming back from injury now.
God.
Yeah.
Javonte, man.
Yeah, I mean.
He may be cooked, but you know what? Rico Dowdle was max 10 yards if he got the ball. So I don't expect anything less from Javonte Williams. Yeah, I like the Cowboys, and I like their over. So I think 8.5 is just a little bit too much. If Dak Prescott is healthy, they are a 500
7.5,
or
but
better team. So, yeah.
Yeah, I have a tough time with this one as well because I kind of agree with you that when Dak is there, he typically finds a way to win some games, and also they.
That was crazy. We did that.
That was
insane.
crazy.
That was insane.
But I feel like typically the Cowboys, when we lower the expectations, they
raise the-
figure
yeah,
it
yeah.
out, and then we raise the expectation again. And this is going into a year where the expectation is pretty low for
Exactly.
them. And,
Yeah.
But I also do agree with you, Tom. I don't agree with you to where I think this defense is really, really bad. I like Deron Bland and Trayvon Diggs as individual talents. I don't like them as a cornerback duo.
They're both.
What made Dallas's defense
Yes.
so great a few years ago was the combination of Diggs and Gilmore because of the way their play style is meshed together to where Diggs could kind of essentially be like a free safety at corner and just ball hawk, and Gilmore was the lockdown corner. Like, they don't have a guy who, I don't feel comfortable with Deron Bland lining up against A.J. Brown, against Malik Neighbors, against Terry McLaurin. I don't feel comfortable with Trayvon Diggs lining up across from those guys. Although Trayvon Diggs has improved in that regard, I will give him his credit, but that's just not his bread and butter. I just don't feel comfortable about that matchup. And I mean, you read off their schedule. There's a ton of great receivers. And then Justin Jefferson's mixed in there somewhere. Amon-Ra somewhere in there. Ton of great receivers. Tyquan Thornton of the Chiefs. Ton of great receivers that they're going to have to go against. So, and then, overall, the linebackers are just weak without Overshown there. If he was there, I think he'd really make a huge difference, kind of captaining this defense. But I mean, you're relying on Kenneth Murray. What, in a year 5 breakout for Ken Murray? Wish it would happen for him. He was one of them guys who his base card was always good in Madden, but it just hasn't really come to fruition with him. And the D-line just really isn't that good. Mozzie Smith is just so freaking bad that
So bad.
it hurts. This team is going to be one of the worst in terms of stopping the run, as they have been for the past half decade, probably even longer. There's just nothing to look at here to say, yup, the Cowboys figured it out. They'll be able to stop the run this year. They won't. They're going to get run all over. I mean, this offense is going to have to do what basically Joe Burrow and we talked about it a million times this offseason, but Dak Prescott's going to essentially have to do what Joe Burrow did last year for this team to be competent. And although I love Dak, it's just it's a tall task. I think I'm leaning the under, but this is a tough one for me. This is one that I'm not putting any coin on.
No, I definitely wouldn't put money on it
don't
either,
feel
but
good
yeah.
about this one at all.
They also don't have a Chase Brown. At least the Bengals had a really good running back. I agree. I'm going the
Our draft.
What was that?
Our draft. It's 8:30. Our draft.
Oh.
You have the first pick, so
Wait, it starts now?
it starts at 8:30. Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Sorry.
Good
No,
call.
you're good.
Thank
So
you. Thank you.
I agree with you, Chris. They play in a really tough division too. The Eagles are obviously the Super Bowl winner. I think obviously a top 3 team in the league. They have another team that was just in the NFC Championship as well, in the Commanders. It's just really tough for the Cowboys given I hate what Jerry Jones has going on as a GM for the Cowboys. He's too old to be doing the job. Not gonna never really been a great GM to begin with. I think he just needs to hang it
He
up.
was just 30 years ago, and then
Right.
hasn't done much since then.
Right,
Super Bowl was.
I think the dream of him being a good GM is just out there. I don't believe in it. I want it to end. I think they need to move on from that.
Cowboys
idea.
fans hate him too. That's the only reason I didn't get up here and talk a bunch of shit about Jerry Jones, because I'm not telling them nothing they haven't said to
Yeah.
themselves.
I hate it.
Hate him.
I hate everything going on there. I think their offense is obviously. I love CD Lemon. I like the addition of George Pickens. I think Dak's a top 12 quarterback in the league, but I just can't get behind them being an 8-win team.
I think you made a great point, Chris. This team, whenever there's no love being shown, somehow just turns up. And
Yeah, shit. If you're gonna argue vibes and all, I can't.
No. I just think that the 8 wins.
I agree. Dak and CD, adding
Dak,
George Pickens,
yes,
that can get you 8. Micah Parsons, that should be enough to get you 8 wins, and they got 7 last year.
Yeah,
So I could see it, but I think this is a bad football team.
I mean, I don't think they're great,
I
but
don't know how I feel about Schottenheimer either. Like,
apparently all the vibes are good with Shoddy. But
that's fine.
nah, I think I'm on the over. I might be the only one, as we just expressed, but I'm with the over. So
Yeah.
All right, moving on to my team, my boys, the Washington Commanders, coming off a year where they won 12 games and went to the NFC Championship on the back of the best rookie quarterback we have seen in our lifetime, Jaden Daniels. The win to
9.5.
is it 9.5?
yeah.
That's what I had. Yeah.
The win total is set at 9.5. To me, it's an easy over. It's a team that won 12 last year. It's a team that has a young, up-and-coming quarterback who I expect to take another leap forward. And it's a team who got better in the offseason. I mean, they had clear holes on this roster, and they addressed them. I mean, you add Laramie Tunsil, who, like, we all know, like, Tunsil has his flaws. Like, he going to get some penalties, but he's a huge addition for the team, especially given the fact that Sam Cosmi might be out for majority of the year. Like, you had to do something there to add to this offensive line, and they did that. Like, Tunsil will be good for them.
Without breaking the bank.
Right. And then you go and add Deebo Samuel, who, like, look, bro, is he maybe washed? Maybe, but, like,
He's not fat.
Is he maybe fat?
He's not fat anymore.
Maybe.
I mean, he had that, I mean, like, if we're going to talk about preseason, I mean, that end around to the crib, I mean, like, he looked fast.
Looked
like,
fast.
he looked good.
Yeah.
He looked good. I know it's just one end around, but I think Deebo and Cliff Kingsbury is just a match made in heaven, dude. It is, though, like.
Fat Debo.
Deebo in 2025 is a match made in.
I mean, like, look at what
If I
Cliff
get to heaven
did
and there's
last
Deebo.
year, like, with all the passes behind the line of scrimmage, like, the way he gets creative.
No, they
with his
love to
run
run
game. I mean,
speed. Yeah.
I mean, they had Brian Robinson as their running and Austin Eckler as their running backs, and they were one of the most efficient rushing attacks in football last year. And obviously, Jaden Daniels was a massive part in that. But like, I trust Cliff Kingsbury to put Deebo in advantageous positions to succeed. And then on the defensive side of the ball, I mean, I expect Marshawn Lattimore. I don't think he's washed, bro. I don't. And he was a non-factor for them. I mean,
I think in general it's really hard to transition to another team and be effective. I think
Right.
it takes a full off season.
and he was also hurt, too. He
Yeah.
went there hurt,
Yeah.
missed a couple weeks, probably rushed back.
did.
And, I mean, that's something I respect, to, like, put his body on the line to be there for the playoff run. Got toasted by Mike Evans so terribly, but he was good.
Always does.
He started out the season really good for the Saints before he got traded, and that's why I was so high on the acquisition at the time. Like, all the advanced numbers loved him, and then obviously it didn't come to that. But I expect him to at least, like, come back to form a little bit and not be terrible. At least have, an impact on this team, and he's not Benjamin St. Just, which is huge.
Yeah.
It's huge not
Talk
being
about addition
Benjamin
by
St.
subtraction. Yeah.
You draft Trey Amos from Ole Miss, who was a prospect that I really, really, really liked. Like, I don't think he's going to come in and be a superstar right away, but to be a piece in a secondary that needed pieces, I think he's going to be really good. I like Quan Martin. He had a pick in the NFC Championship game. Mikey Sanders still, too, had a
didn't?
pick.
Who didn't have a
Right,
pick?
Didn't have a pick,
exactly.
yeah.
I mean, Jared Goff was throwing him things, but I like Quan Martin as a safety. I love Mikey Sanders still as a nickel. He's not talked about enough how good he
Yes.
was as a rookie. Like, he was really damn good. And, like, you have JD5, bro, who, I mean, sure, like, I guess sophomore slumps are a thing, but, I mean, we saw Justin Herbert build off his elite rookie year. We saw Andrew Luck build off his elite rookie year. Like, it's not always, like, quarterbacks don't always take a step back when they have great rookie seasons. Like, sure, C.J. Stroud did, and that leaves a sour taste in everyone's mouth. But I expect Jaden Daniels to keep moving in the right direction. I mean, I don't know him personally, but, like, the way he handled himself through adversity last year, like, I expect, like, he has the right circle around him. He's doing the right things to get better. He's training with VR. Like,
Andrew Watkins.
I expect Jaden Daniels to be, like, I don't know if this is a hot take, but he was last year anyway. I expect Jaden Daniels to be firmly in the MVP race this year. And I expect the Commanders to easily win 10 games. So I'm taking over. This is one that I didn't really have to think much about.
I agree. I really like the Commanders. I think that I know I just said they're in a tough division. They're the tough division. Like, they're part of the toughness of it. I think they have an easy way with the Giants. I think they take at least one from the Cowboys. I like what the Commanders did. I think they build on it. Yeah, I mean, Jaden Daniels is already a top 10 quarterback in the league, and I think he does take a step forward. I don't see a CJ Stroud step back from him. Yeah, I think my real concern is their running game with their running backs. Like, Austin Eckler is not getting younger. I know everybody
Bill,
likes.
brother.
Everybody loves
I know
Bill.
everybody loves
Yeah,
Bill.
Bill.
24-year-old rookie running back. Like, not gonna bank on. I know the fantasy community loves him,
Played
but
one game in college.
yeah, I mean,
Last year he played one.
You know what's
Last
funny?
year
He had
he
his
played
one
game.
like 28-yard run that we probably could have got 20 yards out of, and we all went nuts. And outside of that, he averaged like 3 yards per carry.
The
but
thing that I'm going nuts about isn't that, though. The thing that I'm going nuts about is like not the preseason film and the camp footage and whatever, but it's the drumbeat around him from the team.
Yeah.
and
it's-
trading Brian Robertson.
Right, like that.
Yeah.
No,
You know what
for
I mean?
sure.
Like they must really see something there, which like
For sure.
I know it's the Commanders.
B-Rob
but it's
also
a-
just didn't want to be there. Like, he just didn't want to be there anymore.
Well, that's part of it too, but they didn't have to trade him. He was
No,
in
for
a contract
sure.
year. Like he could have got up out of there after this year. You know what I'm saying? Like they're a team that's trying to win football games. Like
Right.
they
And he would have gotten plenty of carries too.
right,
Yeah.
100%,
Regardless
right.
of
like they
Bill,
feel
I think Chris Rodriguez is a decent running back too. Like, I'm not saying you rely on him, but all of his metrics have been phenomenal. Every time he's touched the ball, he's been a positive. Like, I think Chris Rodriguez is a decent
I
running
mean,
back.
Debo's
too.
going to have to be in the mix.
Yeah.
He will be in the
That-
mix as well.
100%.
That's also part of it too. Why you feel comfortable trading B-Rob, because you expect Debo to be in the mix. How good will Debo be? Like I don't know, but like I don't know if it's like a bad thing to believe in Debo Samuel. Like I know it was bad last year, but like I
He's
mean,
also banged up.
banged up, aggravated, frustrated.
Vibes were
Like the
bad in
vibes
San
were
Fran, like-
terrible there for not just him. Like
Yeah.
I expect a bounce back here. He's not going to be Debo of old, but like, can he contribute to this team? Like, absolutely. Is Cliff going to love him? Like the ball is going to be in his hands. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's going to get his opportunities. It's about what he does with them. And what? He wasn't fucking making it all the way back to you, bro.
You never know. Double running backs is interesting.
Who was that? Who are you looking
That's how the board played. I started with McCaffrey
gotcha.
and Jacobs from the 1-8.
Tough.
But you know, like Debo's gonna get his chance. It's about what he does with it. So I think he's really gonna be good, though, man. I think the question with Cliff was answered. You know what I mean? The question was like, Cliff Kingsbury offense falls off in the second half of the year. Oh no, what's gonna happen to Jaden Daniels? Oh shit. He has a rib injury that he's playing through. He's not that good for a few weeks in the middle of the season. Here we go again. Classic Cliff.
Bo Nix.
And then boom. Boom, 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 boom. Jaden Daniels flips into gear and takes it up a notch. And then he gets to the playoffs and takes it up another notch. Like, Kyler was the problem there. It wasn't Cliff. I do believe in this offense. I believe in Jaden. I believe in the offensive line. I believe in the defense being a little bit better. They got Von Miller, too.
It's not nothing.
You want to talk about veteran leadership, man? I
It's
mean,
not nothing.
Yeah,
Von Miller's a guy who all those
young.
young guys should be looking up to. So,
I'm not sure about that one.
I'm gonna firmly
I'm not
disagree
so
with you
sure
on that
about
one.
that one.
For the sake of my reputation, I'm gonna firmly disagree with that.
They did overpay for Javon Kinlaw.
Yeah,
by
that was
lot.
So they,
bad
had money to
contract.
spend, though.
but
He
they
is
cut
not a
Jonathan
good
Allen
football
and then got
player,
Javon
man.
Kinlaw. That made no sense.
Didn't really make sense. Maybe they see
Jonathan
something
Allen
that we
was falling
don't.
off, though. He wasn't
No, he
what
definitely.
he once was.
But he's
Like,
better
Give
than
him to me.
Javon, right?
oh, yeah.
that's what I'm saying,
100%. But, like, they I don't know. I agree. Like, it
Yeah,
was silly.
it was
bringing
weird,
Kinlaw,
yeah.
but
Where you at?
This team has going on. Here we go.
Because I'm leaning more one side, but
So here's the thing. There was a lot of one-score games last year, and I don't think
8.
this is a bad
8-1 score.
football team by any means. I don't think they're a bad football team. I think they go, and this will give it away, I think they go 9-8. I think some of that luck does flip. They had a Hail Mary game. Hold up. Bucky Irving, thank you very much. Kyron Williams, thank you very much. It's a great start to the draft.
That was very
Not bad.
So all in all, I think that this is still a good football team, but I just think some of that one-score luck is going to turn. There was the Hail Mary, like I said. The Giants legitimately lost the game last year to the Commanders because they didn't have a kicker. Like, that is – I'm sorry, but that
That did
happened.
happen.
Like, that fully happened. Not only that, Hurts was injured for one of those games, and then Dak obviously not playing for the Dallas Cowboys. That changes this year, and we could say whatever we want, but that changes things. That probably changes a few of those games around, and the entire season for the Commanders in that case. So where I'm at is they're a 9-8 football team. They're cool. There's flaws on this roster. Jaden Daniels is legitimately by himself going to take this team to 9 wins. That is where I'm at with this team.
So let me give my take, and then I'm gonna take the over. I think I was leaning under when I came here, but I think I've been moved because I think adding Debo is a good move. Like, I think he's a good secondary playmaker, and at the end of the day, like, yes, has he fallen off? Yes, but his skill set is also there's so much variety in what he can do that if he can just do a little bit of everything, maybe not to the umpth degree like he used to be, but if he could just do a little bit of everything, I think that's fine. Terry finally got his money. Don't love that a 29-year-old doesn't have a training camp, but that's okay. It's just I kind of agree with you that like they won 8 one-score games, which is not a sticky stat as we say, and then you look at they're 6th in points per game, 6th in completion percentage, 6th in red zone scoring percentage. I think that's sustainable. Like they can be a fringe or top 5 offense. I don't think that's crazy. They're 1st in 4th down conversion rate too. Like they led the league in 4th down conversion rate. Can they do that again and win the one-score game thing? And then the defense was not very good, but I do think it's going to be better. They had a lot of vets who played some good ball last year, man. Bobby Wagner, who doesn't age. Was Austin Wiley on the right tackle?
Andrew Wiley.
Andrew Wiley. I always do that. Yeah, Andrew Wiley was good for them last year. Eckler was solid for them last year. Frankie Louvu. But I do think Jaden Daniels is just one of those guys. Like I think that's where if I'm leaning one way or the other, I think like Jaden Daniels firmly he just moves me, man. Like you said, like he turned it up at the second half of the season. Then in the playoffs, he turned it up again. And the thing with the Stroud fall off was like the offensive line got worse. His guys got hurt last year. Like there was a lot that didn't go CJ Stroud's way. And Jaden Daniels, I also feel differently about Daniels in the terms of I think he's like the 5th or 6th best quarterback in football. Like he's up, he's that high for me. I don't know if I was that high on Stroud after his rookie season, but Jaden's one of them guys that he elevates the talent around him and makes everyone's life easier. So I'm here for it. I think they get at least 10 games for sure.
I just think the magic is sticky. Like a Hail Mary isn't something that's
Right.
going to be sticky, obviously, but he has it, bro.
He
has it, bro. You know what I'm saying?
1,000%.
Sure, he wasn't the reason the Giants didn't have a kicker. He wasn't the reason Dak Prescott missed a game. But, I trust that the small improvements they made along the edges kind of fill that gap a little bit. And then him getting even better and understanding the quarterback position even more fills that gap a little bit to where,
That's where I'm at.
I don't like their team. I love Jaden. I don't like their team
It's just
as much as other people.
Just got better from where they were last year.
I don't think the roster is all that good.
I think they're pretty old in general.
I think
They
honestly,
had a lot of older guys play above their
Yo,
I'm
you guys take
value last
Tyreek
year.
or Garrett Wilson to be the wide
Tyreek,
receiver?
not even close.
Yeah,
Especially
I'll
with
take
your
Tyreek.
team, with your team build, 100% I'd take Tyreek.
I think I'd go- okay.
So
Tyreek scares me. but
here's my thing in a weird yes, he does scare me, but his team build is legitimately
You got
Christian
two running
McCaffrey
backs?
is his RB1. You're going upside.
yeah.
You're going upside.
Yeah, okay.
In a weird way, I think the worst thing that could have happened to them was Jaden being as good as he was. And let me explain that. It stopped this team from getting another top draft pick to add a legitimate player on either offense or defense. So this team is very old, and this is another year of Jaden Daniels' rookie contract that's going to be not wasted, But this is not a Super Bowl contending roster, in my personal opinion. It's a weak roster around a rookie scale deal quarterback. And
You think he was like a fluke?
yes, I do. I think Jaden by himself is amazing, and he's going to carry them to winning a bunch of games. But a bunch of games is 9 because I think this roster is just incredibly flawed, way older than it should be around a guy like this.
I think you're just hating. Who cares if
I
the
agree.
roster
They
is
they went
old?
out there and proved. Jaden Daniels proved himself last season that he could carry
I think
this
outs-
group of guys.
I mean, you
think
doubted him every step. Sorry, you
Yeah, go
doubted
ahead.
him every step along the way. Like, I don't know what else they got to do. Plus, they got better in the offseason. Like, I don't know
I just
what else
I
they
just
got to do.
think 8 one-score games in the same way that we've looked at multiple teams that have won one-score games, especially with some of the wins that they had.
I don't know.
Turn.
And then they went to Detroit in the playoffs when everyone picked against them and put belt to ass.
I picked against them in the first round and the second round. Like winning 8 one-score games, I agree with you. I just said it. Not a sticky stat. You can't repeat that. But winning 2 playoff games, that moves me. The guys on this roster, the coaching staff can step up when the time comes.
Right, that's where I'm at with it. Like, sure, like they're not going to win 8 one-score
Right.
games again, obviously, but
They also put belt to ass in some of those games.
They
too.
might win some 2-score games
Right.
that were 1-score games last year. You know what I'm saying?
Right. The pendulum could swing farther the other way. Yeah.
Right. Like I just think they've really laid down a foundation that I think is the foundation is sticky. Like the scheme is sticky. Like the offense, maybe it's a Cliff thing and the league will just catch up to it because sometimes it's not that complex. But I think having the cheat code of Jaden Daniels takes Cliff's not so complex offense and makes it complex because of how dynamic he is and also because of how accurate he Jaden Daniels is Kyler Murray if Kyler Murray was good at football and not short.
And tall, yeah.
Like it takes
everything you wanted in
it
Kyler
takes
Murray,
that
yeah.
scheme that they were doing in Arizona just to a whole nother level, and that was on full display last year. And I think this is something where they build off that. I don't think they regress and the league catches up to them. I think they have another layer for the league, especially with adding a guy like Debo. Again, like he's older, but if Debo is going to be one thing, it's like he's dynamic. He's a wild card. Like you don't know what you're going to get out of Debo in a good way. Like he could
Right.
run the ball. He could catch a screen pass and run 30 yards for a touchdown.
He
He'll
could
run
gain
through
30 pounds
someone.
in the offseason. He could gain 30 pounds in the offseason.
He could gain 30 pounds in the offseason, and then by
it off.
preseason,
It's all
lose it all.
dropped.
Right,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. He's like a box of chocolates. You don't know what you're going to get.
You know what you're
You know
going
what
to
I'm
get.
saying?
I'm taking the clutch game riser 10 out of 10 times.
Right.
Playoff riser, quarterback. Like, what more could you want out of a guy than a great rookie season where you play really great in clutch games and win 2 playoff games? There's so much to build
Like,
on.
what does Jaden on a mid-team win you? 8 games?
I think they might be a
like
mid-team.
their floor is probably that. But that's what I'm saying.
he-
Like this
but
is
he-
a mid-ass roster.
But
They're
he
9 wins.
elevates them.
He do,
He's a
100
team
Elevate them, and I
elevator.
think
Percent,
Cliff and
but-
Dan elevate them
I agree,
too. I
too.
think the defense, like
I don't disagree with you that the roster's not great. I have
I don't-
worries about the defense.
There are way better
the roster
rosters that are
isn't like
worse
a top
teams.
5,
Yeah.
top 6 roster in football
Right.
by no stretch of the imagination. But like, you want to talk about like we talked about with Vrabel getting the best out of his dudes. Like I just trust Jaden, Dan, and Cliff to get the best out of these dudes because they fucking did it last year. They did it last year. I mean, the defense
wasn't good.
for as bad as the defense was, you got to give them credit to the point of they got better along every step. You know what I mean? Every time the team took a step forward, the defense got a little bit. And sure, they were never great. The defense isn't going to be great. They're not going to be a top 10 unit. Can you give me top 16? Can you give me top 17? Like, yeah, I think it's possible.
But then does that just equate to the Cincinnati Bengals? Like if
I mean, they were that last year, and they went to the fucking NFC Championship. So if you're the Cincinnati Bengals that have Jaden Daniels, who's one of, if not the most clutch quarterbacks in the league, not named Patrick Mahomes, then yeah.
The Bengals also have had the leading sack, the sack leader last year, and still had a bottom 5.
Yeah,
in the league.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
I still
Like,
think the
just don't
Commanders are
think
way
this
better coached than the
defense
Bengals.
improves.
you don't
The
think?
Bengals
True,
also
fair.
had Joe Burrow,
Wait, you
who
don't
had
think, or you do?
I do. I think the
yeah,
Commanders
okay.
are way
I
better
thought you
coached
said you don't.
in
Significantly better
all
coached.
facets
I
of the
agree.
game.
100%.
think like
100%.
I hate to be that guy, but like Jaden Daniels is more clutch than Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow shrunk. Go look back at it last year. Joe Burrow shrunk.
He was not good in the playoffs. When
in clutch.
that playoff run, first of all, also Joe Burrow was not very good in that.
I wasn't even talking about that. I'm
But-
just talking about last year. But like Joe Burrow in clutch moments last year shrunk. They could have won a couple more games, and Joe Burrow shrunk on some final drives last year. Like Jaden Daniels is, again, if he's not 2, he's 3 in terms of guys you like already, of guys you trust with the game on the line. Like he just has it. Like whatever it is, the it factor in big moments, he has that. That not like
Very few
there's
guys
a
have.
short list of
Yeah.
guys who have it in the
There's
league.
maybe 4.
100%.
Maybe 4.
Yeah.
And he's
So-
top 3. So like, yeah, I mean, I trust him with my life, man. He changed my life. He changed my life for the better. He changed the way I handle myself. Like,
His team that he roots for.
You got to get one of those throwback jerseys. Throwback.
yeah.
The new ones.
No, yeah, I
Alright.
think this is an easy over, man. I'll put $100 on it.
I'm not confident in that.
All right.
Put $100 on it.
I'm not confident in that.
Yeah, you'll go the other way, but you won't take a bet this way.
Yeah, no, because I could see the
Rasheed
Commanders
Rice.
winning 10 games.
Huh?
Yeah. When?
4th round.
Yeah.
You took Rasheed Rice?
I'm so scared to press that button. I don't know.
You're not worried about. I think it's 6 games.
I mean, I started my team with McCaff and Tyreek Hill, so like I'm already
all
worried about
upside.
my team, you know
He's
what I'm
all
saying?
upside.
That's fair.
This
It's-
is Flynn's league. Like
there's
I typically don't care about.
There's
this
also a
league
slim
anymore.
chance it gets pushed to next year, from what I've seen.
Yeah, there's a chance.
There's a slim chance.
Okay. I think it's gonna be 6 games.
I think it's 6 games too. But anyway.
All right. Moving on
Yep.
to the Eagles. Their over/under win total is at 11.5 games.
Easier than the Bills.
I'm gonna go with the over. They just won the Super Bowl. They retained Saquon, Lane Johnson, and Zach Bond, all the important pieces. They lost Josh Sweat, Super Bowl performer, wasn't really too impactful throughout the whole regular season though. Not too worried about it. Yeah, they're still a top 3 team in the league. I'm taking 11.5 over 11.5 all day, every day, smashing it, taking my money and running with it.
I hate the
I
Eagles.
don't think there's much
I hate
there.
the Eagles. 11.5 is disrespectful to them. There's no way it should be. It should definitely be more games.
Yeah.
They just won the Super Bowl. Saquon Barkley basically ran for 2,000 yards. Yeah, what more do you need to say? It's the over.
Yeah, I mean, this probably is the most boring team that we've done. Aside from, I mean, no, the Chiefs were not boring because of a certain somebody, but
Fucking idiot.
but no, this is the most boring team in all football in terms of these over-unders because I think we all know where it's supposed to go. So, yeah.
There's no arguing it unless you argue it.
No.
No?
No,
11.5
absolutely not.
is the easiest over/under that we've had all
I might
day.
actually go put money on that. I might parlay that in the Bills.
I like that.
I don't hate that. I really don't.
We'll
so,
talk more about the Eagles next week when we do Super Bowl predictions and stuff. I'm
100%.
Sure, so.
for sure.
Yep,
Someone
sure.
will
Got to
probably
give
come
them their
in.
shine here. This was a long one, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to leave a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and follow us on all of our socials. If you're still doing your fantasy football drafts, which me and Chris are doing right now, and Trincali back there behind the camera. Nick, thanks for producing, by the way. Appreciate you. Yeah, no, check out our fantasy football draft guide. Link in the description. Go give that shit a look. And we have a spreadsheet on there that I've been updating my rankings. I don't know if you guys have.
Use Matty J's rank.
Yeah, go by Medicaid.
I've been like consistently updating my rankings every single day. So if you guys want to go check that out, there's the spreadsheet. Look at that. Doing my best. You don't have to agree with everything I say, but
Hit us
I
up
know
if you have
they
any
don't.
questions, comment, whatever it
DMs,
is.
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah, let us know what you think of this one because this was a controversial one. So with that,
That was
Ball
all
game.
game.